announced August 8th.
Now is not the time to deflate Kevin there. Come on.
You know what? I actually forgot about that for a moment there. Yeah. Oh, it's just that it's 3 days after my birthday.
Which is pretty cool.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Happy birthday to Gizmo. Broforce is coming out on his birthday, apparently. We're watching nothing today because it's time to look at some titties. Waifu Wars.
Ms. Martian Girl Dad.
Yes, it's another installment of the Waifu Wars. And, Miss Martian is up next. We're continuing the DC girls.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Might want to post up
the
link
so I can. We need to. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and get that link posted up so that people can start filtering in.
Oh, shit.
Before we start talking about things. Haha.
William Knifeman. William Knifeman.
I tell you, this is the kind of thing a drunk man at like 1:30 in the morning should definitely sub-host with like another group of Americans and one Scottish man.
What do you even drink?
I'm
like
included.
Tequila, Guinness, Budweiser?
I'm drinking tequila right now.
You're a tequila guy.
Well, yeah, I'm a tequila guy.
And the fuck would you be drinking fucking Budweiser if you're Scottish?
I'm more of a vodka guy. I like how it gives a little burn.
Better fucking grog than that.
I mean, I feel bad for the actual Scotsman here. I feel like
Honestly,
the actual good shit.
Because if you ever want to get crunk, well, you should drink a bottle of Bugman 6 Topo X.
No, man.
I'm not here to get crunk. I'm here to... I'm here to get
so McGann Moores is a white Martian.
Look here, lasses. There's only one good drink. You want to get a good Scotsman, good old blasted and blazed. You right?
All right. So
it's
how many of us
bottle of Iron Brew?
How many of us know more about McGann?
Iron Brew non-alcoholic.
How many of us know more about McGann's comic origin as opposed to her?
I want to try some Iron Brew. That looks so good.
Guys, let's stop talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking about Miss Martian, aka McGann Moores, aka a white Martian disguised as a green Martian.
Okay, so how many of us know Miss Martian's comic book stuff over her appearances in Young Justice?
I hoped you would help enlighten us towards that, Kevin.
I think I stopped reading.
All right, I'm gonna go pull up a wiki.
So oddly enough,
keep it to
I
short
know
and
nothing
sweet
about
details.
Ms. Martian in terms of the comic books because I think I stopped reading Young Justice the moment Lobo got into the picture.
Lobo. Okay, so
yeah,
at some people who are unfamiliar with the Young Justice TV show may be familiar with Miss Martian as portrayed in Supergirl, because for some reason, Martian Manhunter is a big part of the Supergirl show. Even though he's his own character.
Okay, so I got her origin pulled up on DC Wiki.
Okay.
So the origin others know there are two different races of Martians, distinguished by their differing worldviews. The Green Martians are peaceful philosophers, while the White Martians are vicious warriors, in other words, terrorists. In this context, when the White Martians began massacring their green cousins, McGann's parents sent her on a rocket to the Vega system to escape the Civil War. McGann learned that another Green Martian refugee, Jean Jones, had escaped the White Martian tyranny, establishing himself on Earth, and came to Earth herself. While almost correct, this leaves out at least one significant detail. Miss Martian's true form is that of a white Martian, creatures believed to only live for war and conquest. Question on whether or not she was actually a white Martian. McGann said it was a long story. Whatever her true origins might be, McGann eventually came to Earth along with her parents. Details of this period are sketchy, but it is known that McGann's parents, along with dozens of other white Martians, were captured by the United States government, many of whom, including McGann's parents, were subsequently executed. After separating from her parents, McGann adopted two new names during her time on this world. Megan Morse, the English transliteration of her Martian name, and Miss Martian, her chosen superhero identity. Shortly after the the Infinite Crisis, as McGann met the Teen Titans, she joined the team during a rocky interim period and shared a room with the reformed villain Ravager. Her initial stint with the Titans was brief. However, one day she watched an episode of The Three Stooges and decided to imitate
What? Excuse
their
me?
he doesn't want to participate in waifu wars because, as he said, the only contribution
he'd hell of a kick out of that.
It is, and decided to imitate their vaudeville antics by throwing a pie into Ravager's face. Ravager failed to appreciate McGann's attempt at humor and began calling her names. Hypersensitized to the thoughts of other people, McGann fled in tears and quit the team. Nearly a year later, the Teen Titans discovered that McGann had relocated to Australia, basing herself in the Tanami Desert. She liked the arid terrain because it reminded her of her Martian homeworld. The Titans approached McGann in the border in the city of Brisbane, and shortly after she apprehended an armored villain known as Gunshot. The Titans leader Robin asked McGann's help in locating one of their missing teammates, Raven. McGann admitted to having recently met with Raven, who had asked her to use her telepathy to scan the minds of former Titans in search of a secret. And McGann refused, however, as reading the minds of good people violated her personal code of ethics. She did not reveal Raven's location, but instead directed Robin's team towards another neophyte hero, Bombshell.
Yay! All right.
Well, soon after
I think we've got the gist, and we can kind of move on onto the Young Justice version, and where it's basically the same, but where Martian Manhunter took her under his wing and kind of disguised her as his niece, which caused more problems than it solved in the long run.
Yeah.
She's also known for having a thing with a certain Kryptonian and from the 90s era known as Superboy in that show. Which despite it not being canon to the comics, because Connor ends up with Cassie Sandsmark arc in there, or it did end up being a very wholesome pairing to the point where people actually considered it canon. However, after season 1, they since then ruined her character, or by gutting it open like a fish and then acting as though, she's,
they kind of fucked up, but Young Justice fucked up a lot. One of the big issues is that they, she's. Let's just we'll keep this to the.
She's essentially enabled herself to be as much of a abuser
of her bitch,
an abuser of her power and whatnot, to the point where she was directly ignoring the consequences of that power, which also includes her trying to make Connor forget stuff.
Yeah, I think we're gonna kind of ignore that part of the story for now, as we try to do with all bad writing. One thing that we can't ignore is the fact that they kind of downgraded her design by making her I don't call me racist, and I know I have an established prejudice against green people, but I hate white people even more than I hate green people. Well, white Miss Martian looks like shit.
Show the design.
Okay, let me go ahead.
Honestly, show a lot more of her, because I'm not getting a good vibe for her overall look.
Genuinely, I actually can't find that much. Let's pull this up here. So we're going to leave out the true form, quote unquote, which is reminiscent of the characters from Galaxy Quest. There we go.
Yeah, that's
White Miss
That looks a
Martian.
bit weird. Like, when you say white, you mean literally like white sheet white, like paper white.
yeah.
And then we have this.
Literal white Martian.
Quite frankly, I'm not a fan of this.
Yeah, the
I
ball
ultimately
book
think the
is
issue is that they don't really work with the White Martian look.
I imagine this is what like the Martians, like for, like that Marvin the Martian is based off, which is why they wore that large Spartan helmet. It's like, at last, the Behuvian space Margulator is ready to do the attack. I'm going to blow up the Earth. You see, Superman didn't wear undies anymore, and it upsets my views.
My mom used to really like McGann in Young Justice.
And
But then they ruined her.
Let me try and find her here.
I like her personality, not her actions.
Where is the
Sorry, I had
other
ice in my mouth.
character?
Fuck, this is spicy.
There we go.
Oh, fuck.
And here we have the short hair version.
That's actually not
Honestly,
bad look
short hair
either.
looks nice, but it's a
Yeah.
case where
I'm
maybe
more
the
into long
costume
hair
could be
version.
She
a little bit
sadly
more
looks way
original.
too similar to Gar's mother, or Marie Logan, in that show.
Ew.
Yeah.
I have no context.
Well, yeah. Also, they made Garfield into a monkey.
Garfield.
Yeah, that's
That's
his
his actual
real
name.
name, Garfield Logan.
Yeah, that's his legit name.
I
How
can't
do you
believe...
not know this, Seamus? I've
Because
called
I-
him Gar for
No, but
years.
not many people do.
You're
Not many people
telling
know that.
you're
Not many people know
you're
that Beast
telling
Boy's
me
real name is
you're
Garfield.
telling me that freaking Beast Boy is named after the orange cat.
That's-
Yes.
To be fair, he
His
debuted
full-
before the Orange Cat.
His
But
full
still-
name is an orange cat and an angry Canadian animal.
Tell me, does this man hate? Does this Beast Boy hate Mondays and love lasagna and also like to piss
He
off a
doesn't
guy named
eat
John?
meat.
What shot is that from? What show is that
Oh,
from?
that's actually
It's-
from a movie.
It's called
Yeah, that's from
Garfield.
Justice League A versus the Fatal Five.
Oh,
Yeah, that's when the
It's
Fatal
been a-
Five traveled back in time because Starboy accidentally
Yeah.
traveled back in time.
It's been a while since
They were
I've
actually
seen
looking to get Emerald Empress out of prison.
that. Okay,
And then
so
on Oa,
Here's what's funny though.
so
When
here's how
Batman
she
teams
looks
up with
in-
Ms.
here's how
when
she looks in
Batman-
Supergirl.
Oh no!
What is that?
No.
You know what
Keep
what
in
she
mind,
looks
that's
like?
that's very similar to how Martian Manhunter looks in that show. And
You know
Martian
what
Manhunter
she looks like?
fine.
I know
yeah,
I'm gonna be right on
originally.
this. I know I'm gonna be right on this. She looks exactly how Piccolo does in Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh no!
Oh,
Why would you
yeah.
say
Yeah.
that?
Look
Yeah.
at her! Look at the fucking head!
So
Look
you're
at the
telling
green!
I just say this as well. If you don't know, apparently the actor who plays Zamasu in the English dub of Dragon Ball is quite anonymous, and he tends to
Yes, that's-
call himself the
That's the guy.
English actor
yeah,
for
that's
Piccolo.
the guy. That's the guy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer who also
So-
played
Spike.
Piccolo.
He played Spike in
Oh,
he actually got really into the role of Piccolo for the movie, and he was like, "Look,
over the most
look, we're gonna do this right, or we're not doing it at all."
God.
Yes.
God damn, there's a lot of pictures of Ms. Martian on Pinterest.
I am justice given form. I am
What
the world.
the fuck is this? I'm sorry, I have to
Where?
post this. This doesn't. I'm not sure what comic this is from, but I just saw this.
What is
Oh,
that?
Right, yeah.
That's-
That
I'm
is
that-
a
thinking
that-
very
this
good
is-
question.
That's the Simpsons version.
A yellow
That
Martian.
explains-
Fuck?
Yellow
Oh,
Martian.
excuse me.
Ooh, boy.
Super Martian.
Oh.
We're on a thin line here, and that we're gonna get that DC's gonna get canceled. I mean, like we got green Martians, white Martians.
Wait a
now there's
second,
yellow Martians.
we got Miss Martian right there. So this is a different character, isn't it?
Yes, that is a different character.
Variations.
Oh man.
Oh no, that's her future
No,
self.
Oh,
that is
That's
not
her
her.
evil. That's her evil alternate self from the same future as Buzz Lightyear.
The Simpsons never ended. It's at season 70. It never gets better.
You know what? And you know
Buzz
what? They
Lightyear.
can take all of Dan Castellaneta's voice stems and create AI Homer Simpson now.
They are already doing
no.
that, my man.
No.
Alex,
I understand that it was already happening. I'm just saying. It's
Oh,
There's
Marge,
a lot
they're
going
turning
off
me
of
into
you.
an AI program. What am I to do?
Yeah, technically, he already became an AI program in one of those,
Yeah,
years
Treehouse of
later
Horrors.
episodes. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to bring up, by the way, real quick. Here's a picture of the actress who plays Miss Martian in the Supergirl show.
Not a bad choice, actually.
Ogle,
Looking up.
Ogle at
but
how they
then you have
made.
to wonder.
Now we get to scroll back up, and Ogle at how the fuck they managed to do this to her.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what I was gonna say.
All right,
Why would you pick
all
someone
right. Yeah,
so-
like, how do you do... She looks fine as she is. How the fuck do you mess that up?
If they can make Gomorrah look like that, why couldn't they do the same thing with Ms. Martian? Is what I'm wondering.
They trying
Because
to
it
make
would
her
have
look...
been
they try to make,
expensive, and Supergirl had shit for budget.
It's also because, like, they try to make her look like, Martian Manhunter, because
They
he was a
had
bit more,
Origins of
like...
Tomorrow right there. They had no
Yeah.
excuse.
You know what? They could have just
Yeah.
painted. They could have just done what they did in
The
the show
appeal
and painted her
that-
green.
He initially had the same appeal as Starfire
Alright,
did to my mom,
okay.
which was a level of innocence and
Okay,
whatnot.
we're losing our mind over, like,
Yeah, we're-
yellow, white, green, and, like,
we're
actor
off.
versions of not Miss Marvel, like
Ms. Martian.
Miss Martian. Okay,
Gizmo,
so
why
let's
did
go
you
with
say
the person.
hotel ass in the chat?
Let's
Why
go with
not?
the let's start with
Okay,
the
then.
most
We forgot to start with
No, let's start with the most informed person who knows this character best, which is how we normally go it. Kevin, start the floor on Miss Martian.
Well, first, or she used to kind of, be a really interesting and well thought out character.
Oh man.
But
Fucking DeviantArt. Bloody blood.
then, because Greg Weisman evidently hates her character,
It's girls.
none
No,
of
not-
none of
not too far.
McGann's character development in seasons two. In
By the way,
seasons
this-
2, 3,
way,
or
this
4
This
are
art
ever
here is
stick.
clipped from a piece by Sane Person.
Oh,
I can't
Bless you.
show you the rest of this.
Because it's
Oh.
NSFW.
yeah, obviously, yeah.
Borderline.
Supergirl is in
damn.
Japanese rope bondage off to the left.
Oh.
Oh, you mean
you're an old song.
I believe the term is called shibari,
Oof.
Yes.
Of course you'd know, Seamus.
because of course I would know. Of course I would know.
She would know.
I have mixed feelings about this.
Anyways, keep going, Kevin.
And unfortunately, because her personality is kind of lackluster, or especially nowadays, we'd have to go purely off of aesthetics for her.
Okay.
So that being said, I'd have to reluctantly put McGann in second date material. I'm sorry, you really liked you, but unfortunately, the people who are currently writing you do not like you, and just want you to be a total bitch. So sorry, but in some manner of speaking, you still hold this place in my heart.
All right.
Alright, so-
Unfortunately, that place is rotted away.
That's not
Oof.
considering
Yeah.
Not really,
considering
no.
that considering Kevin's love for another green skinned character. That's a fair critique, honestly.
Look, I don't like every character that's,
Green.
yeah, green.
I'm just saying that
Triple dust.
like, it's just a pattern, and I'm sorry to bring up that pattern. Like storytelling, it's bad to bring up patterns.
Yeah, but the
We
thing
all know
is
this.
that McGann used to have the same level of appeal to both my mom and I as Starfire did, and sadly, while Starfire maintained that appeal, McGann does not. So, yeah, I'm terribly sorry. Yeah, I don't like doing this to the characters that I like, but it is
Yes,
what
you
it
do.
is.
It
Anyway,
is
Fair
what it
enough,
is.
fair enough.
It is what
Anyway,
it
so
is.
let's
so
go-
does anybody else have a
I'll
different?
take the spot.
Let's okay.
because-
All right,
RGS,
RGS,
start.
you're up. Go.
Because I have little to no real experience with the character, I think I maybe watched Young Justice season 1, but it's kind of forgettable in my head. Sorry to say.
Oof.
I think her overall aesthetic in the Bruce Timm looking movie, Justice League versus the Something 5, she looks
versus
really
the
nice.
Fatal Five. Yeah, she looks
Fatal
better
5,
there than
thank
she
you.
does in the later seasons of Young Justice, season 3 and
Honestly,
4.
it's the simple style works for her. She looks really nice, and
Yeah,
I
the
like
Bruce
the
Timm
idea that
style
she's this
ages.
bubbly, pleasant person.
Yeah, the Bruce Timm style ages way better.
Yeah,
and she has
absolutely.
a lot more appeal there than she does in Young Justice. So if it were purely Young Justice, I would have stuck her in like either 6 out of 10, or I wouldn't say no. Oh, but the Bruce Timm one kind of got me thinking, yeah, she's not bad. And it's just the writers that are writing her in her most well-known material isn't helping. And so
Yeah.
Oh, if we had more of Bruce Timm's version of McGann, then I'd have her in Hello Nurse, but that's what got her into second date material. Oh, and as for where I'd place
Honestly,
her,
it's because
above
of that lack of
Makima.
presence. That one's a bit of a toughie, and I don't even like Makima all that much.
Dude, what's the hate on Makima? Dude,
Yeah.
I
Well,
love
it's-
Makima. What the fuck's up with you guys?
She's a great character, but for a
Chainsaw
potential
Man
like
hasn't had enough
romance
time to
partner,
cook.
I wouldn't choose her.
Seamus.
I don't care. She's a queen, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Screw you, Wolfer.
My version of Connor would definitely choose her, in a heartbeat.
At the very least,
And,
I think when she seems to be written well, she's worth considering. However, because of
Yes.
the flanderization involved with her in mind, I know Alex said to ignore that, but if that's the main part of her material, I kind of have to consider it.
How is there nothing showing on this bit of art, Gizmo? Like, we
You're
see the
asking me?
we see the uppermost part of her thighs, and
Magic.
That's
It's
the
magic.
video. That's
how
the
do we
video of Bruce
not
Timm's
how
art
do we
style, my
not
folks.
see
It's
any
magic.
pubic bone or vagina?
That's the beauty of Bruce Timm's art style, folks.
That's not even Bruce. That's not.
No,
It's a
that's-
Bruce
I think
Timm
that's her
aesthetic.
in a different Bruce Timm
This
as a
is
different
actually
Bruce Timm
art from a
character.
porno game artist.
Oh, of course it is.
Of course.
Anyway,
Nice.
where would you?
With all that
Anyway.
in mind, unfortunately, I'll have to put her in a good 6 out of 10 with the flanderization in mind, because if that's a lot of her major material, I kind of need to consider it.
So stupid.
Yeah,
sexy
that is
pleasures.
fair. Anyway, so who's up next?
Alex, I think you're up next on the terms of
I'll
the.
be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. Continue talking.
If they hadn't fucked her up in season 2, I'd have been more on board with putting her higher. I'd have probably put her in Death by Snoo, but at the same time, they've just spent so much time fucking up Miss Martian in. Well, they probably fucked her up in the comics as well, because I have to admit I haven't read that many comics that she's been in, but it's DC. They figure out a way to fuck things up. They always have. They always will. They fucked up. They've fucked up and fumbled so many easy wins, and hell, they just recently they fucked up the easiest thing in the world. They fucked up Tomboy Lois Lane. And
we're a topical stream tonight, folks.
Oh,
yeah, topical,
you know how
topical. Even though this isn't going to come out on YouTube for another 2 weeks, but yeah, so that'll immediately date this stream. But yeah, DC Comics always manages to fuck something up. They have a good thing and then they fuck it up. Whether it's comic
And
books,
Alex, I
TV
didn't know you read the comic where Superman versus the Elite happened.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I actually I referenced both Superman versus the Elite and What's So Funny About Truth, Justice, and the American Way quite heavily in Two Men in the Sky. Go read it on Archive of Our Own and fanfiction.net. Plug. Anyways, so yeah. As DC has always managed to do, they managed to fuck up Miss Martian the way they fucked up so many characters over the years. And so I'm going to put her in Hello Nurse. I'm going to put her at the very bottom of Hello Nurse, and that's going to be it.
Well, that's pretty high
Wow.
up, actually.
That's pretty generous, Alex.
Yes, that's because
Kudos.
I'm basing this almost entirely on the good aspects of her characterization and not the various dog shit ones that we've seen throughout the years. Although if I'm tell Jarrett to get his ass in here.
All right, who's up
Jarrett,
next?
his ass
Hang
where?
on. Although if I was going to be rating I almost said White Lantern Miss Martian. White Martian in Megan, I'd put her all the way down at a good 6 out of 10. And then Bald is gonna be and I wouldn't say no, but
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
Evan, but we're doing the, but we're not doing this based off.
yeah,
her
we're basing
separate
off of
appearances.
her base
yes, I
comic
know.
book design. You know.
I know, I
Anyway,
understand.
so all right. So who's the next? Next, we got 3 more people all to judge Miss Martian. So who wants to go next?
Maybe we should start throwing something at a dartboard.
No, you can start. Go on.
Okay. So, over the years, I have seen small bits of the various versions of McGann, but I think if I'm going to judge this on my own personal way, I'm gonna have to go with the Bruce Timm style. Yeah, there's probably a small flaw here and there, but as much as I love the Bruce Timm style, and I do, it's the best DC style in my opinion, I'm gonna have to put her about halfway through second date material.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
fair.
I mean, she has cool powers. The story is, and I mean, she has the great, she has the arsenal to be a great character. But the writing, the writing needs to be good.
Better.
Because I know this is a bit, no, this is definitely way off topic, but in Persona 4, you remember the woman that entered
Oh,
the beauty
oh,
pageant?
oh, Nagato! Like, oh, dude, like
When it comes
Naruto,
to her,
Naruto.
when it comes to
Naruto.
her, I have a
Top
saying.
tier character, by the way, Naruto.
Okay.
We'll get to
I have
Naruto
a
at some
saying.
point.
I have a saying for her.
Oh, hello.
Silicone is no replacement for personality. You can have the looks, but you got to have the character.
That's fair.
I still on Miss Martian.
Yes, we're still on Miss Martian.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Like,
So don't
like,
worry.
I think that-
Sonic
Do you,
transformed into a seed.
given that you're here, Sonic, do you want to indulge us in your thoughts on Miss Martian then?
I mean, she was all right in the first few seasons of Young Justice, from what I remember. And I guess after that, as the quality dipped. So if I guess as a final consensus, I'd probably put her 6 out of 10. Very mid.
Okay, all right, okay. There's some interesting decisions here, actually, surprisingly. All right, there's only 2 left. What, any more thoughts, Sonic?
No, I'm good.
All right,
I'm good with my placement. 6 out of 10. That's my
second to best to last, which is definitely a good place to be, Gizmo.
You got to keep in mind, I stopped reading Young Justice right around the moment Lobo got introduced, when the Witch Boy reversed the aging spells on everybody. So anytime Ms. Martian got involved with DC is beyond my my own knowledge, and I only know about her because of Young Justice, the show. Like not the comic book.
Hang on.
Not the comic book, the show, because like I said, I stopped around the time when shit was even getting weirder in Young Justice. Fucking Lobo, oh my god. Okay, whatever. So her personality, I actually like. I mean, I like the girl next door kind of vibe
The girl
she's got.
from the planet next door, literally.
Yeah, the planet next door. I like that she got her personality, not because of like Jersey Shore or something else trashy. She decided to go for the more humorous, more wholesome.
She goes for like a she goes for her sitcom. funny
Yeah,
sitcom.
that's why I kind
Canceled
of like.
And,
sitcom, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
usually when
yeah,
you see this kind of usually when you see this kind of thing where it's like they're trying to copy off something they saw on TV, it's either dangerous or it's either supposed to be something like, "Oh no, he's learning, run away," or "Oh no, she's learning, this is going to be annoying." But no, it became wholesome, and I actually like that about her. She's like this wholesome planet next door, girl next door kind of girl, but at the same time, her hero personality with all the shit she's been through in the Young Justice show, mm, I don't know. Like I don't know. It's not like she made all those most of those decisions herself because she was under the rule of like Batman or like Nightwing or the
I didn't know
or
Asuka was
Robins.
here.
You know,
By the way, Gizmo, unfortunately,
I
we didn't get
think
to
what-
do what we plotted on for the intro of this, which was
Girl,
how many of
don't
us can do
realize
Uga Chaka?
mean to me.
Ooh,
And-
gotcha.
Oh,
I
you guys
can't
didn't do it.
stop this
I think
feeling.
No, Alex. No, Alex. First, we got to start. All right, so
It's no,
Uga Chaka,
okay. No, hold on. Kevin.
Guys, can we finish with
Kevin? Stop. All right. I'm gonna say like it's one thing to try and like get a entire acapella going, but it's another thing to get that going on a Discord delay.
I still think it's funny.
It's
Yeah,
funny,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it would be a cacophony of noise and like timings and everything. It would be a disaster.
Do you remember, Kevin? Do you remember the Freakazoid octet?
That was actually
That
well
was only
done.
Hilarious. That was only
Freakazoid.
Yeah, I was
Freakazoid.
yes. Yeah.
No, it
Okay.
was me starting it, then Asa kept it going, and then we just kind of finished things.
Extra, come on. I think he would love. Geisa, come get your fat ass in here. I know you'd love doing something.
don't.
this
Okay,
degenerate.
I believe the term is fat gay fat ass in here.
Okay, so Gizmo, where would you
No,
stick her?
okay. So not with all that said, because there could be
Where would he stick her?
more
Right
I
in the
could say
pussy.
about her, but I just literally gave you her entire personality, and I
Okay.
think that's more than enough because despite what she's gone through, despite what she's done, pulling off a fucking identity crisis Zatanna, I'd still go with her. I'd still be with her. I don't mind it, and there aren't that many girls that decide to be wholesome anymore anyway, because we all got now there's more girls nowadays that try to be like,
Oh, the
try to
edge.
get my pussy scratched, I want to get a body count that's like over 100. Okay, yeah, go
Oh,
live
the
your hentai
edge.
dreams. Her,
Oh,
on the
the
other hand,
edge.
oh man,
All right.
wow, the edge
Okay.
indeed. Her,
Alright, Gizmo.
if I had to put her anywhere, I would put her in. What's a higher rating than Devastation?
There is
Oh
none.
my god!
Marriage.
What?
Oh my god,
We don't-
Gizmo,
Whoa.
you.
No, but if I had to put her
fucking-
through any,
I-
but seriously, if I had to put her through any of these, I would put her at Hello Nurse, right below Ice.
Okay, all right.
Damn.
Okay, you got a pretty even strike here. So allow me, the
Seamus.
uninformed person, to fuck everything up as I always do, like I did with
Yes.
Queen Hippolyta and everything else in between, because she was fucking
Yes.
boring. Same with
She is
same with
death
Big
by
Barbara.
snoo.
Same with Big Barbara. All right, I'm gonna fuck everything up here.
Barbara.
Barda,
But-
not
Big
Barbara.
Barda.
But you'll be shocked to hear that I actually do quite like Miss Martian. Now, I will say I have barely watched any of the Justice League Unlimited series, if she ever bloody appeared in that.
You
I
never
didn't-
did.
I never saw the animated movie where like James Woods played Owlman. If you remember that one,
Never was
Like,
in that.
I thought she was like okay.
She's not.
The point being is I've never seen her in any semblance, sense, or form until it was mentioned, and that she's like, oh, like apparently like Miss Martian's a thing, and she's like the same race as Martian Manhunter,
Except white.
but she's not. She's green. Like I'm very confused.
She's actually white.
Ah, the albino Martians.
Okay, aside
terrorist.
internal confusion aside, I have to judge this based on the aesthetics because I have no experience watching Young Justice. I have no experience reading the
Seamus
comics.
is surprised that white
I have
people
no
exist.
experience any kind. And you know what? I'm not going to base this off the color of her skin because that is not the right way to go about this. Because we are an equal opportunist stream tonight, and I gotta say, she is one fine-looking green-skinned woman. I won't lie.
Learn from famous people. Don't be
Yes,
racist.
I mean,
We are still going to get canceled.
for green skin, for the low amount of green skinned people involved. I'm giving them representation here, like Disney are doing with black people and mermaids. Come on, I'm trying. Okay, in all seriousness, this is not some kind of means to give them representation. Whatever green skinned people are here. My point is, she's an aesthetically pleasing character. The green skin works with the orange there and the colors that they work. That was intentional. But I don't know enough about her. But given the whole descriptions of the whole girl next door aspect, she's giving off a very Mary Jane-esque vibe, and I won't lie.
Green.
I won't lie. That's a DTF tier because it's MJ right there. Because everyone is going to put MJ there when we get to her, but we're not there right now.
Hold on, I'd like to change my vote because of one thing. Devastation to fornication. I forgot. There's something that none of us have ever taken into consideration.
And what's that?
She's a shapeshifter.
Yeah, but that's kind of like a bit of a
that's
up
cheating.
thing there, though.
No,
Yeah,
it's not
cheating.
because you don't have to ask her to turn into Angelina Jolie from Tomb Raider. You could just ask her to dress up as Tomb Raider.
You could say that. You could say the same thing about Mystique, though. You know, based off her true form, though. Based off her true form.
Sure, yeah, that's fair. But still,
and if I were to base her off her true form, she's not
Ms. Martian wouldn't say no.
I mean, in fairness, I don't know much about her, but given the description I described,
it. She could dress up in Neptunia clothing.
I definitely
that is not. Stop trying to play KBRGS. My point is, hello, nurse. Like, okay, I'm putting Miss Martian and Hello Nurse, green skinned or shapeshifting be damned. She belongs in the second highest tier.
Okay, so I believe
We
that's
have
three votes for Hello Nurse,
2 in second date, and 2 in 6 out of 10. So she's in
Hello Nurse,
low to mid second, like Hello Nurse material. Where are we thinking?
Put her below Soifon.
Yeah, no,
below Soifon. Yeah,
maybe above.
No, below.
No, I'm thinking below Soifon. Actually, considering what we've been saying, yeah, because she's like midway through.
If that wasn't there, it would be above.
All right, guys. I gotta
now
go
on to the manipulative bitch that is Poison Ivy, aka Pamela Isley.
I gotta go with the bathroom click, but we all know who Pamela Lillian Isley is. We all know who she is, but anyone can. She has like 1,000 origin stories given there, but I'm sure someone.
Contrary to what people might think of the Harley Quinn series, no, she is not a better person for Harley.
Nope.
In the slightest. No, she is just as manipulative as the Joker is. Only she has boobs and a vagina and 2 X chromosomes.
There's a reason
why
I
thought you were going to say she isn't solely a lesbian.
There's a reason why people make
she is
of Harley Quinn
very
Spider-Man.
She's very self-centered. Poison Ivy did briefly team up with Catwoman and Harley for the Gotham City Sirens. However, that didn't really last long. And Selina's been the only person who could regularly see through Pamela's manipulations. And Harley is as oblivious as ever. Now Poison Ivy has also been voiced by a number of actresses throughout the years, and my personal favorite is her actress from the Arkham series, Tasia Valenza.
Yes.
Who suits her perfectly. That design right there, as well as her Arkhamverse design, are exactly what I'd imagine for Pamela. And there's also, and she's able to beguile most men into her side. Just through her pheromones, as well as ladies. And can essentially turn them into like zombies who do her bidding. And if they take in too much, and if they smell the wrong, and unfortunately they also could end up dying as a result.
Right, I'm back, folks.
So
Where-
Pamela is a very dangerous individual. Oh, and no, she's not like how Uma Thurman depicted her in Batman and Robin.
I'm sorry,
And it's strange how we.
Sim's rubber lips are immune to your charms.
Then why
I'm
didn't she
stealing
kiss
that.
him
I'm stealing
again?
that. I'm going to use that.
Now, and another thing about also Ivy in the Harley Quinn TV show is voiced by Lake Bell, who also voiced Natasha in Marvel's What If series.
Bad thing.
And she does not fit Ivy's character at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the voice is distracting.
Yes,
the voices in that
voice
show
like
are
Kaylee.
distractingly bad.
Yeah, the voice is in that show. Oh, with Kaylee Kukwa, especially with Kaylee Kukwa's voice, are very distracting, and it's just so.
Something.
I mean,
Okay,
that could be a good or bad thing,
okay,
actually,
so
depending on your
it's
description.
weird.
And also in Ivy's first episode in Batman the Animated Series, she tried to kill Harvey Dent.
And
Yes.
that's a bad thing. How? It's
Splashed.
it's
She splashed. She splashed.
No, what she did
radioactive
was,
plant goo on his face.
No, she actually tried.
No. And her first appearance of Batman the Animated Series, what it is that she put on some poisonous lipstick. So when he moved in to give Harvey Dent a kiss, it knocked him out and put him into like a not a vegetative state, but close.
like a
So
reverse
he w-
Superman.
So he was poisoned, and she was the only one with the cure because she was the only one growing the plants that had said cure. And this was way before Harvey Dent turned into Two-Face and had a double personality
this
problem.
was before his encounter with Rupert Thorne.
Yeah, this
Also,
was
later on,
still buddies with Bruce Wayne.
later on, Poison Ivy would participate in a poker game with the Joker
almost got him. Yes,
or Penguin and Two-Face, and Two-Face said, "Half of me wants to strangle you, and what does the other half want? And to hit you with a big truck."
we used to date.
It
was a big rock.
It was a big
See, I've never seen the episode, but I've seen it in without context. It's so good.
Yeah, it's a really good episode. I'd highly. This is why I highly recommend Batman the Animated Series.
I've never
Okay,
seen
so
the series.
and
I accidentally.
It's also the
I have
debut
found Rule
of
63. Rule 63 Poison Ivy.
Okay,
I'm not
so
going
Kevin,
to post that here.
I mean, I feel like we spent like a good 30 minutes dealing with Miss Martian, whereas Poison Ivy is a way more popular character. We know her. We all know her.
Yeah, we
She's
know
in
her
all
very
kinds of things.
well.
So what would you say? Where would you say you put Poison?
Considering all things considered about Pammy, and even though she had that lesbian phase with Harley, even in the Batman the Animated Series, yes, they totally did screw. Oh, they wouldn't be just roaming around in thin little nightshirts. Or it's satisfying Bruce Timm's barely disguised fetish.
Yes,
I'm not kidding.
Oh yes, I think
there is an actual episode where they team up and live together, and they possibly had sex.
Yeah, that was a good episode from what I heard. People,
yes, it was. Anyway, all things considered, since I'm not exactly a fan of the manipulative bitch aspect of her characters, which is one of the most prominent characteristics of her, that movie was a massive L, Gizmo.
But hey, it happened.
And so was that.
We can't deny
You're denying how good she looks, though?
Hi, Jarrett.
No. Oh, I'm denying her of No. The reason Please don't tell me that's her, as though it were drawn by Tite Kubo.
Oh yeah, wouldn't be. Oh yeah, that's like a Ruggy Quest design for her. Yeah, absolutely.
No, you're right. No, Seamus, wait. Better.
Okay.
If Ichiro Oda designed her.
No, that's not an Oda. That
would be an Oda design.
That is not an Oda design. Shut up.
I just found. Hang on,
it's not.
guys. I can't share this, but I've just found Poison Ivy as though she was drawn by Akira Toriyama.
Oh, that sounds amazing. That sounds awesome.
But I can't share it but I can't share it because she's got a cooch full of Goku dick.
Oh
no! A fucking what now?
Anyway,
Full of
so
Goku dick.
so
This is
That's
why I
something
hate Dragon
expected
Ball
to hear.
fans.
so all things considered, especially her manipulative bitch personality,
Oh, there's a
I'd have to
Kurapika.
stick her in second date material above Makima.
Oh, I love her Kotobukiya look, by the way. Thanks for sharing that, Alex. Okay, second date material. Okay. Speaking of Alex and the Kotobukiya sharing we have, your thoughts on Pamela?
Run to the hills.
Any reason why?
For your life.
Alex, I think we may.
Why?
Alex, I think we may just need to have that snippet from the Iron Maiden song on the soundboard.
Yeah, we really do. Actually,
We need to
yes.
populate
So we need-
our soundboard, yeah. But
Yes.
yeah, but seriously, hey, yeah, no joke. Don't stick your dick in crazy, guys. Have more self-respect than that.
It's your Floyd Lawton, then stick your dick in all the
If
time.
you squint really hard at the image Jared sent, you could think that's Mary Jane, but it's not. It's Poison Ivy.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the
Anyway,
tattoos.
so Alex said, run to the hills. Who's up
Okay.
next? RTS, go.
Let's. Okay. I was going to say Jared.
Oh
but
yeah,
RDS,
sure.
Go ahead.
Because I gave Makima so much shit for the things she will do, I have no qualms with kind of doing the same for Poison Ivy. Yes, there are moments where she is probably a well-adjusted individual, and she's even been like an anti-hero at times. Most of her characterization
she's been an anti-hero in the Gotham City Sirens, but she's mostly been a manipulative bitch.
Yeah. But because of that, I don't see her as somebody I would be willing to give the term waifu to.
Yeah.
So,
Very
yes, James,
true.
believe it or not, somebody manipulating you and trying to use
Okay,
you and trying to
yeah.
divorce you
But the
is
thing
not
is,
good.
in terms of Makima, we know that's there. Like with the thing with Poison Ivy's, we don't know it because she uses pheromones. Whereas with Makima, we're very well aware of it, and we don't give a shit. Whereas with Pamela, we have no idea.
I think we should be equal opportunists here, Seamus.
I actually.
Oh,
agree with
there's
that.
the beauty.
I actually do.
Design.
I actually do agree with that, and also her Arkham design was not as peak as people like to make of it.
Shut
like her
your
Arkham
goddamn mouth.
I played the
like
Arkham
Seamus,
games like
design is-
religiously. I'm sorry. She
Seamus,
looked better
don't bring in the
Knight compared
Arkham.
to
Don't
the other
bring
two
in the
games.
Arkham stuff.
Here's the
fucking
problem I
damn
have
it,
with her
Google.
Arkham design. While I like it, it looks more like a porno parody design than anything. Not that it's a bad thing.
Heck, she
It
even
just looks-
acted like it was a porno parody like version of herself in the
Yeah,
games.
like
No, we
those
don't
lines
need
look more
Uma
like
Thurman in the
tattoos.
chat.
Now,
I gave her a little
Okay,
titan.
okay, hold on. If we're gonna put Uma Thurman in the chat, it needs to be as the bride, no one
one
else.
thing to keep in mind, Axel
Am I the
Braun's
only one who
costumes are
liked
better
the
than the
critically
ones they
acclaimed,
have in the
Batman
fucking
and Robin?
Batgirl Batwoman show.
Okay. All right. Let's not forget who has the floor here, guys.
All right,
RDS has the
RGS,
floor.
what is your rating?
Yeah. Either way, because I gave Makima quite a bit of a guess, I do have to keep consistent, because if I don't keep consistent, I'm going to be a hypocrite for playing.
That's a little bit too suggestive.
So, like I did with
You
Makima,
wouldn't
she's
want
going
Coochie
in
made
a
out
good
of
6 out of
Poison
10
Ivy
because
from
while she
Poison
looks
Ivy.
nice, and there are versions of her where she's really good looking.
Makima's in
don't
second
like
date
this, no.
material.
No, but I
it's
placed
where
I
he
placed her
voted.
Oh,
previously
okay, never
in
mind.
6 out of 10.
Anyway, so who is up next?
Jarrett, let's go. Jarrett, you're my man. Pamela, say your piece.
Okay, so my first exposure was through the critically acclaimed film Batman and Robin, which also had the hunk himself, Bane, and the Hollywood hunk George Clooney. It was a fantastic movie,
Never the case.
and I was.
You
I
are
was,
shit posting so hard right
Hollywood.
now. You are shit posting so hard, Jared.
Let's
What
Yo,
you
when
come
George
to
Clooney
is
gets part
when
of the
the
trailer.
NWO runs wild all over you.
Cool party.
Anyway, continue.
Cool.
You have a 33 and a third chance of beating me in Gotham Asylum Wait a minute. Wrong
Arkham
character.
Asylum.
This man was in
Let's kill the dinosaurs.
Batman was in Tomorrowland, folks. The Disney movie.
Yes, he
It's
was.
canon to It's canon to Batman lore apparently now.
Yes, he is, and so is South Park because he played the Doctor. No, in all seriousness, Poison Ivy. I mean, from what I've seen, that wasn't Batman and Robin because I know that she, uses plants, and I don't know. It's just design-wise, well, some of her designs are pretty fine, and some like Arkham is eh. And Injustice was also okay, wasn't bad, but
Yeah, Injustice did her dirt. No, okay. Injustice 2 actually did her not bad, actually, because Injustice 1, the designs in that game were awful, but
her combat was very lackluster, though.
But I mean, for the compromise between her and Swamp Thing being in the same base roster was pretty good, though, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, the whole
Swamp Thing in there.
Yeah, Swamp Thing was in the base roster.
I know that. It's just kind of odd to have both Ivy and Swamp Thing in there.
That's the point, though. It's
a little bit redundant.
It's a juxtaposition between how they viewed the green or the grass. That's how they view it. But
it's sort of like if Marvel made their own version. They made their own Marvel fighting game that wasn't a versus series game. It's like, we have Marvel versus DC, but the two fire guys are Johnny Storm and Firestorm. What?
Okay. We're talking about Injustice 2, and
we're both guys.
We're losing the plot here, Jarrett.
Dr. Fate versus Doctor Strange, but I would not fuck Poison Ivy because she can kill you, literally.
You literally can, yeah.
Yes.
But, so I'll go for the second best, Hello Nurse.
Hello Nurse, okay. One for Hello Nurse.
I bet that fucking getting laid with her would be good.
Seeing as you're Shannon RGS and you're next on the list,
and we got best of both worlds right here.
Thoughts on Pamela?
Well,
I already said, so I'll give the floor to Gizmo if you want it.
Wait. Oh yeah, you have given it for. Sorry, RGS.
Nah, no.
Well, everyone as Huggies.
There are many different elements of Pamela. We have the voice, which is devastation through fornication. We have the looks, which is also death by snoo snoo. However, we also have to take into account the personality and the manipulative bitch. Yeah, that drops it from snoo snoo all the way down.
I've got to say, that's a really good Gizmo impression you're doing, because I asked Gizmo for his impression.
Yeah, because of the manipulative aspects of her personality, she literally dropped from snoo snoo all the way to Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden? Where the hell is that on the tier list?
Iron Maiden.
Run to the hills.
Okay, Run to the Hills. Okay, now we can get to Gizmo with his thoughts on Pamela. He just did a poison ivy and he possessed you and told you what to say. All right,
like we all love Poison Ivy the way she looks, no matter what Batman story is being told, written, or drawn. She always looks good, no matter how clothed or unclothed she is, art style, what have you. She always looks good. Hell, I'll even admit it.
That's her
I'll even admit it. In Batman and Robin, she actually had that look down.
Oh no, that hair was abysmal.
I did not mind it.
That was awful.
I did not mind it. It wasn't one of the best, but I did like it. I liked it. But here's my thing. It's one thing if a vegan says meat is murder, right? We can get where she's coming from, no matter how crazy she's acting. Like slaughtering animals.
I bet you Gar would start singing "I would do anything for love, but I won't do that."
Right? Yeah, we know he's also vegetarian for a reason because he transforms into those animals. But it's one thing if you're vegan It's one thing if you're vegan, because she outright sees anything happening to plants as murder. Give her a flower, that's murder. Eat a salad, that's murder. Trim your grass, that's murder to the 10th degree. Like, holy shit, woman, I get it. You like the green, you want to grow it back, but to the point where I can't even like eat a tomato in peace? Fuck. Like, I know vegans, but fuck. There's a reason why you're an Arkham, ho.
Yeah, she is a
Wait.
literal
Oh,
Eritrean.
damn!
Wait,
Like, holy
Gizmo.
crap.
Are you
Like,
saying
at
that
least
she?
when when it's a vegan, I can argue the fact, oh, well, we still need meat, the protein, yada, yada. The dog's not the same as a chicken. But then if she outright comes up to me because I decide to have my BLT without the B, and she goes at me because I'm eating lettuce and tomato, I'm like, what the fuck are you on? And nothing else.
Woman.
There's no fighting against that, because what could you possibly say? Like, if she's gonna get 4 plants to the point where it's like, fuck all humanity, even if I have to sacrifice some dick. Like, there's no way I'm putting my dick anywhere near that. Like, okay, if she's asking for a friend to talk to, okay, maybe, but no, there's no way I'm dating that. As much as I love the
Damn.
way she looks,
You're
love the
dating
way
twice.
she's drawn and animated. There's no way. There's no way. I would not do anything to even look for a play date. So if anything, I'm not gonna put her in second date material, because why the fuck would I even get near her for a second time? I wouldn't spend 6, but I would put her on. I wouldn't say no, but
Okay.
I
That's
wouldn't
being
say no.
that's being generous.
That's a
No, I
really.
feel like that's the best place
Pamela's
to
got
put her
a.
if I were to put her in the lowest place, because if I were to say friend zone and just being friends, I don't see that happening, because I can at least see myself trying to go out with her if I didn't know who the fuck she was. Run
Oh,
to
wait,
the
hold on.
hills? Not really, because I could literally still live in Gotham and be in constant peril, but still live. And rather go to jail. I mean, you're in Gotham. Who hasn't been in jail?
Yeah, who hasn't been? Yes.
Who hasn't been
Aside
in
from
jail?
Batman.
That's why I
Batman
cannot
has
go
been
Heck,
to
anywhere
jail.
lower
Batman's
than.
been in jail. Actually, yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
good point. Batman's
He
been in
got
jail.
thrown in
Yeah,
Arkham
like, I wouldn't.
Asylum.
That's why I can't go any lower, because I can. While I can at least see myself hanging out with her after the first date, I don't see myself trying again for a second date.
You're like in the Harvey Dent mindset. You go like wanted a
Sure.
relationship with her, but she manipulated you from the very beginning.
Yeah,
do that.
like, hey, I get it. You're lonely, but you're still manipulating me so you can get to Bruce Wayne's coffers.
But
Like,
the
fuck
thing
that.
is, you don't know that. That's the problem. You
Yeah,
don't know that.
that's also another red flag, though. I don't know that. That would make me a bit paranoid if I want to get back with her. So
Okay.
fuck that.
Exactly.
So I
All right.
wouldn't say no, but
I wouldn't say no, but you're in that there. Yes, you're in that
yeah,
tier.
that's
Okay.
the reason why I would put her there.
Okay. So let's end it off with my hot takes, as it were. Speaking of hot takes, Pamela Lillian
Seamus,
Isley.
you forgot Joseph.
Joseph, sorry.
No.
Oh wait, he already said Iron Maiden.
Yeah,
Never mind.
yeah, he
Then
already said it.
Just to
He already said
add,
run to. Yeah, he already said run to the. Joseph said run to the hills. Iron Maiden, in other words.
Okay.
just to add, she can definitely tap into a certain fetish, tentacle fetish. With the vines.
Yeah.
That's
I was
more
hoping
one-sided
we
than you
would
think,
talk
bro.
about.
I would do anything for love.
Yeah, well, so can Raven.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
true.
All right.
Holy shit!
All right.
Even that.
All right. Let's lay brass tacks here. Let's call a spade
And Alex,
a
we
spade
should
here.
make I would do anything for love, but I won't do that a soundbite.
Yeah, we have a
that.
lot of sound bites to do for the next waifu stream. Okay. Let's call a spade here. Let's get down to brass tacks, and let's call a sandal a sandal. Let's call a royal flush a royal flush, if you get my drift.
A biscuit.
Or a cookie if you're American. Pamela Lillian Isley.
See, this is why we never trust people that like Makima. They're easily manipulated, like this young man right here.
Let me get. I'm gonna get to this. RGS. There's a huge caveat.
2 hours later.
Pamela Lillian Isley is one of the most attractive characters that Western comics have released in the past, 50, 60 years.
Oh yeah.
There's no question about that. But, and that's an asterisk but bolded, asterisk, like hold on, like
that's
header
a butt
one
bigger than
butt.
Isley's butt.
Exactly. And Salieri butt.
So a Kardashian sized butt.
Yes, there's
Kim
a
Kardashian's-
gigantic. There's a
Kim
gigantic
Kardashian's butt
butt.
isn't that big these days. She had the implants removed.
But there's
Honestly, good on her.
there's not two T's in this butt. There's only one. So this is a refutal to that. Despite her being one of the most attractive female characters in the past 30, 40 years of comics, she doesn't care about you. She never cared about you. The only thing she cares about is her plans. She never cared for human emotion. The only time she did was her growing artificial humans to have some kind of life. She didn't care about organic life. She only cares about the green, about her plants.
Then there's Frank.
So who's to say she's
God.
going to give a shit about you? Like if you were to actually get into her loins, you won't even. You won't even. Boy, you won't even get that far. Boy, she's so.
Most of that green is artificial.
Boy, this woman is so forward. She'll kiss you on the first date and have you like trying to like steal Bruce Wayne's like cryptocurrency. For God's sake.
Wait a minute, but isn't it when she kills you, you die? Like,
A little fun fact about the episode of where she literally created her own family out of her own plants and shit. But when there was a time when I was about to watch that episode, there was a legitimate warning before that episode played. Just to say this shit's scary and disturbing, yo.
It is.
It was. They literally played a warning about how disturbing it is before the episode played.
In fact, they retconned the whole part about how Pamela, the version that we see her throughout the rest of the Batman animated series, was a duplicate version of her, and the real Pamela escaped Gotham to live a new life. But here's the thing. She barely cares about human interaction. There's a point with Harley, but like that was fleeting, if best. And she's trying to attract men more than often with that design of hers. That was the main intent. That was her main point when she was created in the first place. And that's she's a voluptuous woman. She's like a siren. That's the entire point of her character.
Yep.
So by that logic there, she is a queen among women in terms of figure, in terms of like voluptuousness, in terms of like her desire for you.
But we acknowledge the Batman's version of Poison Ivy, who was for some reason friends with Barbara Gordon.
She's just using you. That's the point.
She's still manipulated in that show.
So for me personally, she sees men. In fact, she sees all organic life that is not part of the green as a means to an end. So, for me personally, as attractive as she is, she doesn't see attraction. She sees a means to gain her goal, regardless of what that is. So, for me, even despite my apparent horny that I'm showing off here, she's run to the hills, no question, because she doesn't give a shit about organic, fornication. She just wants to use you to end her goals.
Yes,
that's all she wants.
Yep.
Man, she looks
and people try to say that she's a better person for Harley than the Joker, despite her literally being the same level of manipulation as him.
I had a bad joke about her, the Batman form.
And yes, she is absurdly attractive, don't get me wrong, but it's all a ruse.
Honestly,
That's the entire point of her character. She's Poison Ivy. It's in her fucking name.
I'm even allergic to Poison Ivy.
That's
okay.
Oh God!
Here's something.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. Here's
anyway,
okay. Let's rank her down. Okay, so we got one in Hello Nurse, one in Second Date Material. Okay, Pamela is like in a very broad state. Okay, one Hello Nurse, one Second Date, one in 6 out of 10, one I wouldn't say no but, and a big 3 in Run to the Hills. So, I'm liking to assume that she's probably going to be in the low bar 6 out of 10 or high bar friend zone. given that there. What
Put
do you
her in the
guys
high
think?
bar friend zone, and then let's move on.
Yeah, honestly, even if
Because
you
we
were
got
to
an
be the object
interesting
of Ivy's
video
obsession,
to
you don't want
view
people to
for our
die
next
it.
contender in the waifu
Although,
wars.
hang on,
Any,
hang on. Kevin,
any
Kevin,
contention?
you said you're allergic to poison ivy, correct?
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
I'm not allergic to poison ivy. I found that out
Ah.
a couple of like my dad had a real bad outbreak of poison ivy, and he like grabbed, you know, he was cutting the grass and he brushed up against some poison ivy, and he had some issues. My mom gets boils like crazy, and I can just pick it up like nothing, like me and a couple.
So you're saying you're an attractive.
Huh?
Are you saying you're like the ideal candidate for poison ivy?
Right.
Yes.
So anyway,
is,
put her in the
yeah.
top of friend zone, and
But the
let's
funny
move
thing
on
is-
to our next
Next
contender.
up is the
Click the video.
we spent an hour talking about these two green women. Let's talk about a Kryptonian Power Girl.
Okay.
My girl.
Seamus, play the video I shared in the chat.
All right,
Jared,
let-
get
let-
that out of here. We're not
Okay.
talking about painting.
Okay,
Okay,
Kevin, we
okay,
can't play
okay.
that. John Williams is gonna sue us.
Okay, I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute this. I'm gonna mute this there in 5 seconds.
And then play it.
Okay, here we go.
Melons, milk factories, busts, fun bags, knockers, ballies,
Oh, hi,
steaks, boobies,
Yahtzee.
jugs, nipples, jubblies, stonking great tits.
That's all. That's all you need to
That
know.
is literally it.
That is-
That
okay.
is Power Girl in a nutshell.
Devastation.
That is Power Girl in a nutshell. She is a Kryptonian with a boob window. That's all you need
Alright,
to know.
so
Yes,
I'm gonna
that is
take-
literally all we
I'm gonna
have of
take-
her.
And then you
I'm
got
gonna
another
take
one
this
with the
one,
midriff.
gentlemen. Kara Zor-El.
Jake, take it away.
Kara Zor-El,
this isn't
last
Supergirl.
daughter of the planet Krypton. On short blonde hair, her big round milkers
You realize,
that she shows off all the time.
Alex, you do
Oh.
realize this isn't in the Kara Zor-El that is Supergirl, because now they're two
this is
separate
a-
characters.
Okay,
No,
this
there
is
are-
power. He knows
Okay,
his power.
There are
Right.
several Kara Zor-Els, and I want all of them to come to my house.
I want them to come to me.
Anyway,
Wait.
so
No,
I want you
Alex,
to follow me
Alex,
to the bathhouse.
Alex, send one Kara to me, and I'll choose that one.
okay, so Kara Zor-El, last daughter of the planet Krypton, depending on your iteration. We're not going to
So
get into
she's
that right now.
Superman's
There's too
cousin.
many. There are too many last whatevers of Krypton. There's a last dog of Krypton, for fuck's sake. Anyways, Kara
Krypton's
Zor-El,
just a
last
dog.
daughter of the planet
Goldfish of
Krypton. Short blonde hair, big round milkers that she loves to show off through that lovely boob window that she has in that awesome outfit. Anybody and the people who removed that boob window from her new 52 outfit get to go fuck themselves.
Whoa.
She's got-
heresy.
She's got hips for days. She shows them off. She wears a fucking leotard. She's got
Baby bearing hips.
she's got thighs and muscle to spare. And you know what?
No, why
She's-
would you say that? Ah! Why would you
She's-
say that?
She's great. She's
Oh, you
Jared.
fucking smartass.
I've lost my
Anyway.
steam. Anyways, so Jared, so yeah, she's strong, she's sweet, she's fucking lovely.
an independent
Devastation
woman
through
who's
fornication. She is at the
And,
top. She is going to be above. Morgan.
Damn, Power Girl's up
Ooh.
there. All right.
No!
No! Get that out of here! Get that out of here!
Okay. Let's
That's the Jeff.
Get that out of here!
let's go. Okay, considering what he just posted there, let's go with Jarrett. Next to Power Girl.
Okay, sorry.
We're sorry, Twitch, but we bow before you. You're our Lord and Master.
Censor it in post, guys.
I didn't even.
Oh
the,
my-
the GIF.
Oh
the
my
GIF
god,
wasn't
something
playing.
You
Oh,
could
it was a
open it in a separite image, in a separate window. It would have
Our
played.
nipples
it
are
was
poking
a-
out, Jared.
All right, Jarrett. You're
No,
you're
that
on
one's
the floor.
fine.
You're on the
It
floor.
was a
for
gift.
fun.
That's
Oh,
fine.
No, okay.
My bad.
That's all
No,
fine.
it's all good, Jarrett. Okay, your thoughts on Power Girl?
I mean, to be honest, other than the massive rack, do we know anything? I mean, so she's a Zor-El, so she's Superman's cousin.
Yes.
Yes, but at the same time,
There's
no.
another
You know what? Fuck
Steve.
logistics. Fornication.
Communication through devastation. Yes.
Okay, I'm up.
Yeah, indeed you are, Kevin.
In hindsight, it's like
You know what?
I
Hello,
wish
nurse.
that-
I mean,
Okay. Oh, hold on. Any reason why?
I mean, yeah, having a massive superwoman. You know what? Fuck it. And since I just said massive superwoman that will essentially carry you, and could probably reverse mating.
She could decapitate anybody with those sugar titties.
So reverse.
Oh, yeah.
So reverse mating press.
Damn.
Bouncing up and down on that dick. So I'm going to stick with devastation.
DTF.
I'm more of a
Okay.
mating press guy.
All right, Kevin, the floor is yours for Cars
Okay, if this isn't in the Cars RL that I have grown to really enjoy over the years, this is a different version of the character.
We will get to the other Cars RL later.
And the thing is that
I have to. By the way, I have to bring up something.
that video has accurately summarized Power Girl in ways that I could not possibly summarize her.
Yeah. By the way,
most
I have to bring
of her
something up here.
character can be summarized by that sight on her chest, and unlike Rangiku Matsumoto and most of the cast from Bleach, that is unfortunately most of what's going for her, which is kind of a shame.
I mean, yeah, Rangiku has the rack, but she has a bit of character, but it's not top tier waifu material. Sorry, but that's beside the point.
Steadily, she still looks better than the one girls.
Shut up! You were just trying to trigger me. Shut up!
I'm going to hang on.
Anyway,
I have to say something here.
Where I'll be rating her second date material above Makima.
Okay, I have to make a real quick interjection here. It's a goddamn shame that Sasha Kali was not wearing the Power Girl suit in the flush. That would have made that piece of shit worth watching.
Yes, it would have. I agree on that remark.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, since we've gone down the all right,
yeah, we're going
RGS, you are up. Go.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I have an unfortunate thing to tell you guys.
Oh?
You're gay?
It's
all right. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course not. We're an accepting community. So when I first look at Power Girl, I always thought one thing. I was like, oh wow, it's another Supergirl. I wonder what her purpose is. And then that fell into a rabbit hole. That few climb out of. But I did, and I'm a stronger man for it. So
We're all
unfortunately,
stronger
to
men
release
for
myself
it.
from these
Just
sinful
we're more
thoughts,
strong on our right hand.
I must say a good 6 out of devastation for fornication.
Okay. Oh, damn.
My
Oh,
man.
man.
Anyway, Joseph, you're up.
So going back to sorry.
I love Kara, and I know this isn't Kara, but hear me out, guys.
Okay.
Ass, thighs, tits.
Ass?
Devastation through fornication.
Oh my god! Oh, there's a lot. We've only got 1 second date here. Holy shit!
Honestly, her strong personality does it.
It's almost a clean sweep. It's almost
simps.
a clean sweep. Yeah. Well,
Anyway, Gizmo.
Hold on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, if you want to know her origin story, she's kind of from an alternate universe, maybe depending on the iteration. We're not.
I hope that like how like break isn't to readjust your pants, Gizmo. I really hope it's not.
What?
Never mind. Go on your thoughts.
She's a blonde. She's a blonde, strong, very, very, very tall tomboy, and she got tits and hips for us to.
Fuck
off. Devastation through fornication.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Apparently, trying to
is expecting anything else would
people
go against
love
the norm.
the boob window.
Seamus,
All
just
right, though.
Okay, okay,
Seamus, just
all right.
say that.
Okay,
Say,
no,
say how
Gizmo,
much of a
Gizmo.
simp you are.
Okay, Gizmo,
Jokes,
what are you gonna say
jokes
something else?
aside, though. Jokes aside, though, while her look, it's not just her looks or her personality. It's not either or. It's the fact that, oh, excuse me. It's the fact that she's an actual mature tomboy that's got the looks to match. If it was any other personality type, she would either look like just another generic super woman kind of girl, or she would look like she's like trying to copy off of someone else. No, but
Honestly, if it's a
because her
typing, you're still
personality,
personality.
but because her personality is mixed in with her looks, it actually works, and I wouldn't mind, tapping that, even if it broke my pelvis trying. Mating press, I'm talking. So,
All right.
devastation to fornication, right
Reverse mating
above Black
press.
Cat.
Okay. Oh, damn, that high up, even
All
below
right,
the
Seamus,
succubus.
tell us how much of a simp you are, and let's get
All right.
get it out of the way.
All right. I'm going to take a bit of a more philosophical approach to this because I'm surprised that nobody else did. Now, everyone's been talking about the boob window and the whole hip thigh aspect, Kryptonian
I said
superwoman.
personality. I am a deeper man than most.
For the most, for
and I'm willing to go deep
for the
into
most
her.
part, that people took a Power Girl.
I mean,
Now,
I don't know shit about her, so
Now, tell me, have you guys heard of a writer called Grant Morrison before?
no.
Oh, damn.
Like
Yes.
Injustice
Okay,
2.
I believe it was him. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Because he retroactively wrote a story about Power Girl talking to Superman about her Kryptonian lineage and saying that that boob window that she has is representing a hole that she has inside herself by not having the S symbol as hope. So it represents a hole inside her heart, as it means.
I mean, we'll stuff her hole.
Yep. I'll.
I
You
got
know
plenty
what?
that can fill that hole.
I'll volunteer to help her fill that hole.
I'll
Guys,
volunteer.
you're making this pervy when I'm trying to make this philosophical, guys. You are not helping.
I could have brought that up, motherfucker. I didn't because I was. Yeah.
I'm trying to make this philosophical here because you guys have been focusing on the TNA for a while here. And I'm
look, while I like the sentiment that they were trying to write for Supergirl, the problem is that hole has been there for years now, and just now they're explaining.
In fairness, it was retconned in, but it's a good retcon. It's like how they retconned in Blue Beetles, kind of like whole, being put down by the whole Justice League for Countdown to Infinite Crisis. It was the same writer, by the way, who did that.
And that proves my point, though.
But yeah, I'm just saying the point is they try to add more depth to the character, and I actually appreciate that more so, which is why I would put her more toward. I don't know Pete. I don't know Power Girl more than I know Supergirl. To me, Power Girl is a legal Supergirl because let's be frank here. I'm just gonna say she's a legal Supergirl. You can't tell me I'm wrong because she totally is.
You do know she's been Supergirl from 15 years old all the way up to 18, right? She's been Supergirl almost her whole life.
Was a fucking cop at one point. She was a paramedic too.
I don't know goddamn shit about Supergirl, so I'm gonna say she's
part of the Legion of Superheroes.
She's like the whole Power Girl is like the full-on adult version of Supergirl. Like there's no denying that. And
so I'm gonna scroll back up.
And with me trying to add more depth to a character, but saying no duh boob window apparently means nothing. Fuck it, I'm putting her. Fuck it. I'm putting her in. I'm gonna say it. I'm putting her in DTF because apparently it doesn't matter. You can retcon all the shit you want. It's a boob window. Who gives a shit? She's wearing barely anything else there.
Let me go ahead.
I have a problem with the explanation of the boob window because if that explanation was a thing from the very beginning and it's rarely been brought up, okay, whatever, we can accept that, whatever. There's a reason for it. But now they have an explanation for it? No.
It was like a thing in the mid-2000s, in fairness. It was a Grant Morrison
where are we sticking her on the list?
That's like trying to explain the underarm webbing on Spider-Man. Like, the underarm webbing is an icon of me trying to spread my wings, but I can't really go as far as... No. It was a fashion choice.
Okay. So we got 6 in DTF and 1 in second date. So we do not have a universal majority, so she's not at the top, but she's close to the top. Where are we thinking of a Power Girl here?
No, that
Right.
is way too high.
Maybe in between Rangiku and Orihime.
I can see that's a good compromise.
Yeah, that's actually a healthy compromise. Plus, imagine the amount of boobs in your face from that. Just imagine. You know what? Wait. Before we go on, one of us has to commission art of Rangiku, Power Girl, and Orihime, with their boobs pressed together or over the silhouette of somebody. It doesn't have to be anybody specific, just somebody.
I just want to see them eating bread. Orihime gave them bread. That's all I want to say.
Honestly,
that's also better.
Next up is a bit more of an obscure character, but the daughter of Deathstroke.
Seamus, I have to say something here real quick. So take a look at that image that I reposted there. Keep in mind that Supergirl is 5'7" to 5'5" canonically, and Power Girl is like between 5'11" and 6'1".
Aren't they the same person though?
Dude, she's Amazonian.
From different. That's a good question, Ben.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to Ravager, aka Rose Wilson.
Okay. Next up, we got Deathstroke's daughter.
Why do we have a crop photo?
We don't need Power Girl anymore right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Okay, who knows Rose Wilson's backstory better than anyone else? I will leave it to
I can give you the TLDR, but I'm
kind
good at
of
giving
sort of.
TLDRs.
I remember seeing her from the comics, but I don't remember her origin.
I'm going to DC Wiki.
RGS.
All right,
RGS, it's your turn. Go ahead.
RGS,
okay,
go
so
ahead.
you want me to give you the TLDR?
So basically, what it is that Ravager is the daughter of Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke. You know, we all know that.
And I believe she's half sister of Jericho.
Yes, actually, the half sister to Jericho. Not many people know that both of those characters are related to Deathstroke in any way, unless you outright tell them or look it up. But here's the thing: while Slade Wilson lost his eye, thanks to the wife being a dumbass,
Adeline Kane
shooting him, she outright. What happened was she got in a verbal fight with her father, and after a while, she just outright did a fuck it, took out a sword, stabbed her own eye out, and looked at her father, saying, "Now I'm just like you," as a big middle finger. So unlike Slade, where she lost it from her wife acting like a dumbass, she outright just said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna be just like you. See how you like that?" and stabbed her own eye out. So she used to be a bad guy, but now she teamed up with not the
Teen Titan. She actually was affiliated with the Teen Titans and the Justice Society.
Not at first. She teamed up with another team. I forgot what it was called, but it had like a female version.
I looked at it. It's the Justice Society.
It was like a female version of Captain Atom there, or something like that. She had a crop top and everything. I forgot what it was.
I literally just said, and formerly Justice Society International.
Was that what it was?
That's her That's her listed affiliations.
It did not look like Justice Society to me. I must not have looked at the cover as much.
Slade Wilson, also known as Deathstroke, met Sweet Lily on a search and rescue mission a few years after his divorce from Adeline Kane. His mission was to make sure that Lily escaped war-torn Cambodia safely. After a love affair with Wilson during their 2-week trek to Thailand, Lily gave birth to a daughter whom she named Rose. Believing it to be in the child's best interest, Lily kept Rose a secret from Wilson. Lily eventually settled down at a brothel in New York City, and during a time when Deathstroke was injured and a fugitive from the law, Lily took him in and nursed his wounds. Deathstroke's butler, Wintergreen, discovered 14-year-old Rose and suspected that she was Deathstroke's daughter. Years later, Deathstroke's half-brother, Wade Lafarge, using the name Ravager, went on a killing spree trying to kill all of Deathstroke's friends and family. Defarge discovered Rose, captured her, and told her that Deathstroke was her father. Wintergreen and Lily launched a rescue attempt, but Lily was presumed dead after she drove a Jeep off a cliff while trying to run over her Defarge. Wintergreen successfully rescued Rose and escaped. Rose tried to reach out to her father, but he turned her away. He feared for her safety because he believed himself to be responsible for the deaths of 2 of his sons, neither one of them being Jericho. Oh,
Break down the
Deathstroke
walls.
left her in the cave of in the care of the Titans. During a training exercise, Rose was injured and taken to the hospital, and her precognitive powers emerged for the first time when she had a lengthy vision of Death's future. She
Oh, wait,
awakened
wait, wait.
before she.
Are you saying that she could see faster?
She
Oh,
can
not
indeed
not
see
not that
faster.
Captain America bullshit again.
Gizmo, I swear to fucking God.
He's not here right now.
No,
Any-
Gizmo's right. Gizmo's right
Anyway,
here, sir.
she awakened before she could test her powers further. She left the Titans shortly after and did not see them again until the Technis Imperium conflict, when she temporarily aligned herself with the Titans to save fellow Titan Cyborg. She later took up the role of Leon Harper's caretaker when Arsenal was on a mission or otherwise unable to be there for her. She then settled in Chicago in the care of a foster family named Madison. And in a complicated plan to bring Rose closer to him, Deathstroke anonymously hired Ravager, who had ended his vendetta against Slade's family. He killed Rose for $100,000. And then, when Ravager was about to kill her, and had already killed all the Madisons, Deathstroke anonymously alerted the Titans that Rose's life was in danger, and they fought to defend her. All of the fighters were rendered unconscious by an explosion of halothane gas. And Rose awoke in Deathstroke's lair. He apologized to Rose for abandoning her and said that she was the only family he had left, which is bullshit. Deathstroke suggested that she become his apprentice, offering to Fart as her first kill. Rose accepted and took the name Ravager for herself. Deathstroke secretly injected Rose with the same serum that gave him his abilities, and it caused her to suffer from psychosis. After working together for a while, Rose hesitated and was unable to kill Deathstroke's son and her half-brother, Jericho. In a battle, Deathstroke doubted Rose's his readiness to work with him and planned to disown her. To prove her loyalty, she gouged out an eye to match his missing eye, thus emulating him. After Rose suffered a defeat at the hands of Batgirl, Deathstroke allowed her to be trained by Nightwing, who had apparently given up being a hero. Nightwing agreed to train Rose so that he could teach her to lead a better life. In order to test Grayson's loyalty, Deathstroke replaced Rose's missing eye with a kryptonite one and pitted Nightwing and Rose against Superman. Rose attempted to kill Superman with the kryptonite, but Nightwing told her that over time the kryptonite would slowly kill her and lead to a painful death. Enraged that her father had betrayed her, Rose broke her ties with Deathstroke and ran away.
Alright, I think that should be plenty.
Alright, Kevin,
she has
thoughts
this
on
legacy of being Deathstroke's kid. Way further on, she would rejoin the Teen Titans to fight Superboy Prime. Actually, no, after the battle with Superboy Prime and Alexander Luthor Jr., and that's where she made her home until she became target of the Terror Titans and such. Admittedly, she hasn't had much other than this quick run of Teen Titans, which leads me to say she's really interesting and she kind of needs more.
I feel like she's one of those characters who deserves more. So in that regard, I would say once again second date material, and you know where I'm placing her by this point.
No, we're in second date.
Based on the last 3 times I've said this category.
Below Makima?
Above Makima?
Bullshit above Makima. Whatever.
Anyway,
I'd agree, to be honest. I would put her above Makima, mostly because, she actually gives a fuck about the person she's with.
Okay, RGS, you got the floor. Tell us where you put...
Confronting Raiden.
She is fucking right. She's rule 63 right.
At what point did she rule 63 herself to become a badass? More so than she already is.
I don't know. This timeline is weird.
All right. Okay. Given your topic on this RGS, where would you put this character?
Let's see. This is going to be a bit of a toughie, considering I do quite like her. Honestly, if I were to have 2 choices at a potential partner in DC, it would be Cass or Rose, to be honest. Why? I like underrated characters. I would probably put her in Hello Nurse, but I'd put her so low due to the fact that she doesn't really have much characterization nowadays. To be a big fuck you to Makima,
Why would you do this to her?
then.
You're doing this on purpose
Because
to me.
Seamus, you will know. You will know when you read the
I
manga.
don't know. She's a bitch. But she's
Anyway,
maybe a bitch, but we know
Alex,
it.
Plus
you are
a
up.
bonus.
Okay,
bonus.
so I'm going to say, second date material above Makima.
Thank you.
You're doing this on purpose to me, guys.
She's
All right,
basically
to be fair,
basically
I will...
female Leonardo in Deathstroke's outfit and also a human. And I'm all right with that. I'd probably get along with her well. We could sword fight together, but she's.
I will say
to quote the BBC, there are better options available.
Yes.
Oh, you
exactly.
like the BBC, huh?
Anyway,
I will also admit she does suffer from a couple of hiccups because of what she's been through. She does have a couple of mental issues.
That's another thing.
That's kind of why she's on second date. Anyway, Jared,
what is that 3D model?
Really
what
good.
is that pie patch? Ugh.
That has to be from a mobile game.
That has
Jared,
to be PC
your
online.
rating on Rose Wilson. Go.
Okay, one question. Is Hello Nurse good or bad? Because
it's
above
Hello
second,
Nurse is the second highest.
Right, but the reason why I ask is because it's above second date material, and I'm like, okay, what is the
Hello Nurse is like the one where you would like literally go goo gaga eyes like the Animaniacs, like hello nurse. That's the kind of we're talking.
Think of it like this: Devastations and Fornication is practically marriage material, while Hello Nurse is practically you're still going out with her but not making it official.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd say. I don't know if I'd say that because second date
if this
means you
sweetens
met
the
them.
deal, her kinesthesia is able to replicate anything, any physical movement.
Because DTF implies that you'd be with her thick and thin, whereas like the one before is like you would still be down TF, but there's caveats there, obviously.
Okay, gotcha. I would say second date material. I don't want to be, one of those guys to hit it and quit it, because, I'm pretty sure that she can and will kill me. So second date material.
Yeah,
right.
That makes sense. I mean, like,
Joseph,
if you're willing to quit it, she will hit it.
Joseph, you're up. Joseph.
Jojo.
He's on mute. Okay, Joe, you're here.
My body wanted to do something. That's why I muted. I thought I unmuted myself, but from what you've told me, Kev, because the only direct exposure I've had to Ravager is Teen Titans Go,
which is a shame.
Yeah,
yes.
Like that's the only time we've seen her animated. That's a shame.
And then she appeared in the Deathstroke movie with Michael Chiklis as Deathstroke.
No fucking way.
So going
I'm not joking here.
The fucking thing?
Yes.
It's clobbering time.
I think it's pretty much a collective agreement, second day material. Because I mean, she's capable of good and bad. She's not here nor there. But I mean, I date her and I take her out on the second one.
All right. Anyway, Gizmo, it is your turn. Go.
Oh, I'm gonna put it out there first. I think it's pretty much a sin that the only piece of media that she's ever been in that was animated is fucking Teen Titans Go.
Aside from the Deathstroke
that's
movie.
some bullshit. Yeah,
and the only video game appearance she's made was in a fucking Lego game. Not even an Injustice game, a Lego game. Well, actually, no. Lego games are pretty good, especially the DC Marvel ones. But still, outside of that, just the Lego games. Just.
I mean, the only one that probably
I'm gonna
was.
disagree with you.
Well,
Lego games
I'm pretty
are
mad
fucking
because
dog
this
shit.
is. I'm pretty pissed because this is one of the few clone-like characters that actually has potential to become her own thing. And how many times have we seen her in any DC-related anything? I really mean that because
oh, never mind. She wasn't actually in that.
I like what in
the movie I was talking about.
What movie?
The Deathstroke movie.
I forgot about that, honestly. I forgot you said that, but honestly, I like her design. I like the way she looks, her personality. I like the fact that she's constantly trying to separate herself from her father, despite the literal fucking costume she's got. And she's pretty much like Raven with no powers, I guess, if you wanna make it easier to understand what I'm
technically,
trying to
she's
say.
able to replicate any muscle movement. She's got
Muscle
regenerative
movement, sure. She's like a
healing.
female Taskmaster.
Yeah.
But if I had to give her any tier, maybe shit. She's got an interesting
It's tough, isn't
design,
it?
and it's also interesting the fact that she's got any relation to Slade and is still surviving out there is what gets me. Boy, it's
To be fair,
either
Junko's also
right on the.
surviving.
I guess you could say right in the top of second date material.
Yeah.
All right.
Right on the top. She's got potential there, but I need to see more of her to be convinced that she belongs in anything higher because DC is just sitting on a good idea.
Anyway, Seamus.
Just like I'm about to know sound a bunch
you
of
are
stuff.
you are one of the few people that have been a little displeased with our placement of Rose Wilson.
No, I wouldn't say I'm displeased. The only parts I'm saying is that
Just
you say are,
disappointed.
I'm saying above Makima. That's the part. That's the only problem. The two people who said okay,
more than two people.
Actually, she's in the same tier as them. But my point. That's not the point. My point is that.
Let me put it this way: which one of them is gonna fight to the death with me because they refuse to take a shower?
I mean, I would still say Makima.
That's
but,
power, not Makima.
I don't give a fuck. They look the same.
They do not. They do not look the same. Shut up. They do not. Okay. Okay. Back.
You know what?
Okay.
Makima mid tier.
Okay, you're just saying that to piss me. You're just saying that to piss me off, Jared. Okay, back to my point. Rosa Wilson. I'm gonna be honest. She comes off to me as a Rule 63 Slade Wilson. You know, the be all end all, the BMF, the dad I'd like to fucking screw. Whereas like freaking like her daughter is just like the she's just like the Musk of him essentially. You know, the female version of him. Like, you know, we gotta like make sure that she's more to her than any animated films are leading her off towards or her appearances. But when you see her, you think, "Oh yeah, that's Slade Wilson's daughter," and you immediately think of Slade there. And Slade is the infinitely more iconic character, and she's living under a shadow. And I get that the point of her character is to like try and get away from that. But bitch, where's something else other than fucking orange and gray, and you might be able to get across that. Heck, maybe just don't wear that black eye patch on the elephant's eye too. Maybe that'll help.
I'm not laughing at you, Seamus. Look at what Jared posted.
Yes, I can. That Chainsaw Man ass is definitely something to appreciate. Apparently,
no, that ass isn't that big. To be honest with you,
Himineko definitely saw something in that night. Let me say that.
Anyway, where would you rank her?
I personally feel like, you know, she still has that psychosis issue with dealing with that serum that was able to make Slade who he is. And you saw how fucking insane Slade can be to get the mission done. And you're telling me that he put that same shit into her daughter, and she has that same drive, yet she's trying to not be Slade.
During the New Earth line, Deathstroke wasn't exactly the best dad.
And you're saying that she's wearing the same exact clothes as her dad, yet she wants to not be her dad? That seems like it could have been a bit of a contradiction, if I'm being completely honest with you. The eye patch does not help. But
Anyway,
I'm not saying that her design isn't good because her design's good. Like orange, like it worked with Slade, white hair, like gray and orange. It works in a sensual sense. It kind of works, like the long white hair. I won't lie, that kind of works. But when she's masked, no. I'm thinking of Deathstroke or like a pre Deadpool because he came first. Deathstroke came first.
So what? You're thinking she's like Deathstroke light or something?
Yeah, essentially, she is Deathstroke like because she is like
No
for the lungs of Deathstroke.
bueno.
I'm sorry, but to me, she doesn't seem that interesting. And every time I see her, I think of her better version, Deathstroke, her father, and that is a bit of a turnoff because I keep thinking of her dad every time.
Slade is a very handsome man.
Why is Dick?
But I'm trying to go for a woman, not a fucking like himbo here.
She's a
See,
tomboy,
Seamus,
I guess.
You're not very comfortable with yourself.
In that case, if I were to judge her just on her appearance, 6 out of 10. Oh no, actually no, I would be her second date. Actually, why? Because she's good at her is, but she can't go that higher tier because she always is going to remind me of Slade Wilson all the damn time.
Yeah, I need
she's
to see
trying.
her.
all right. Since it's all unanimously agreed, Makima.
Actually, there's a 1 in Hello Nurse and 6 in Second Date. So
Yeah,
for
but
me,
still,
she would go in like low to high here.
No, it's mostly second date, so stick her or above Makima. Anyway, who is our next? Anyway, who is our next girl?
Okay, next up is spoiler alert. It is the DC Comics character. Spoiler.
Stephanie Brown,
cool.
aka female Robin.
Gizmo, since this is your girl.
Shut up, Jarrett. You made that just for me. Shut up, Jarrett.
All right.
I know about her enough. I just don't know her. I've read a few issues.
Who knows her?
I've read some issues here and there. I've read the Batman guide when that was still new on its second update. What I do know is that, like I said, her real name is Stephanie Brown. Her hero name is a spoiler. She's the boyfriend of Tim Drake. But now that he's revealed to be bi, I'm not sure about that anymore.
She was his girlfriend, not his boy. She was his boyfriend. What?
Stephanie Brown. It was Tim Drake's girlfriend, but nowadays, because like I said, of Tim Drake being revealed as bi out of fucking nowhere, I'm not sure if that
after all
holds water.
As the song goes, she was a boy, he was a girl. Can I make it any more obvious?
Wasn't she a female Robin?
Yes, she was.
Yes.
Well,
she was in a way.
Didn't she dress up in the Robin costume?
Yeah, I can't do that.
There was I have a very strange issue of DC Comics where
I caught that.
A very strange Robin issue where like Tim Drake is like lost in an alley somewhere, while Stephanie Brown is off doing Robin stuff with Batman, and she she's just got a mask on and giant boobs on the cover, and it's really fucking weird.
There you go. You might want to look up Stephanie Brown's wiki then, because none of us know much about her.
Alrighty then.
Oh, hey.
Nice reference to Jim Carrey.
Okay. One more, and then I'll get back on track.
Speaking of, funnily enough, for some reason,
damn it, Jared.
What the fuck is it? People are trying to pair up Cassandra Cain with Tim Drake. I don't see it happening.
No.
Anyway, a spoiler, aka Stephanie Brown. Stephanie's father, Clue Master, spent most of her childhood in prison or away from the family, though he claimed to be rehabilitated upon his return to Gotham. Stephanie was furious to discover that he was actually returning to crime without his need to leave clues behind. She decided something needed to be done. Stephanie tailored a costume for herself and called herself the Spoiler. She knew where her father was hiding out, found out his plans, and left clues so that the police and Batman could stop him. Robin, aka Tim Drake, tracked her down and she joined on the capturing of Clue Master. She also became attracted to Robin, and it annoyed her that he knew her identity, but she did not know his. During the events of Night Quest, Clue Master broke out of prison, like anybody else in Gotham City, along with Zonk and the Electrocutioner,
Fucking
who,
Zonk?
as we saw...
What?
Zonk.
Zonk?
Excuse me?
Yes.
Zonk?
The
Okay.
Electrocutioner, whom we've seen in Batman Arkham, get royally jobbed out like a total punk. Stephanie learned of the breakout out on the news. Her mother, suffering from depression, was struggling with an addiction to painkillers. Steph decided to don her spoiler outfit and go after her dad. She ran into Robin and she let her work with him. And although they got separated, Spoiler helped out Robin out and he gave her a kiss and thanks. Before she could find out if she would see him again, the police arrived and they had to part ways. Stephanie was kidnapped shortly thereafter by the Gully Carson gang, working with Clue Master, who was still behind bars. Clue Master got the idea to use her as insurance, but when the Carson gang withheld his part of the cut, he contacted Batman and Robin and told them that he had been forced to orchestrate their scheme. It's because they were holding his daughter. Batman located the Carsons in the lair and Robin freed Stephanie. She insisted on getting her costume and going with him to bring down the rest of the gang against Batman's objection. They were successful, and Stephanie decided to pay her debt at a little visit in prison. She also made her attraction to the boy Wonder very clear. Like, it could not be any more painfully obvious that she was in love with Tim Drake.
AKA
She
Robin.
wants that duck penis.
No. She wants that Red Robin.
No,
Yum.
shut up! No, shut up! I don't want to think about Red Robin anymore like that. No, shut up.
Red Robin.
I mean, it's clear that the
Robin.
Harley Quinn producers want you to look at Nightwing's caked up ass.
Red Robin, yum.
I mean, to be fair, Kevin, everybody who made Nightwing comics wanted you to see his butt.
You know what?
Equal opportunist comic book, right?
You know what
Exactly.
Stephanie Brown's ringtone is for Tim Drake? Red Robin, yum.
Spoiler next bumped into Robin when he was teamed up with the Green Arrow, Connor Hawk, to take down on a street gang selling guns. She told him that she did not think it was fair that he got to have all the fun, so she was going to become the spoiler more often. She insisted on coming with the two of them as they took down the gang, flirting with Robin as per usual, and there was no time for that, however, when they went after the real leaders of the gang the following night. As Robin was enraged over the death of a fellow student and Carl Rank, and Steph went into the funeral unaware that Robin was there with his girlfriend and in his civilian identity. That night, Spoiler met up with Robin, telling him that she was going to be Spoiler more often and would help him go against the boy who shot Rank. They were in over their heads, however, but thankfully Batman turned up and saved their necks and ordered Stephanie to go home. Go home, Stephanie. You're drunk?
Go
home, Stephanie.
You're drunk.
You can't do shit.
Can't let you drive the
During
Batmobile like this.
During a point in which Tim and his then girlfriend Ariana were unable to see each other, he and Stephanie grew even closer. He soon came to realize that his feelings for Stephanie had grown into something more, and after breaking up with Ariana, began dating Stephanie. Unfortunately, because he needed to maintain the Bat family secrecy, Robin was unable to reveal his identity as Spoiler. At first, she seemed more than happy with this arrangement. Unfortunately for Stephanie, she found out she was pregnant by her ex-boyfriend, Dean, who had left Gotham City in the Cataclysm. Tim and his cover identity.
This is the bad part.
Tim and his cover identity, Alvin and Draper, took Stephanie to the LeMay's classes, and the two became even closer. Unfortunately, Robin was moved temporarily to Keystone City during the last few months of her pregnancy. He, however, returned to her when she was giving birth. With Tim's help, she was able to deal with giving her child up for adoption. Although a painful experience, she felt it best to give her daughter a chance at a better life. Soon afterwards, Tim was sent away to boarding school by his father. or the wheelchair bound one, not
No,
not
we don't
Batman.
know. Oh,
And the two were forced
oh.
into a long distance relationship and made even more complicated by the fact that she did not know his real name. During his time away, Robin became friends with a girl named Star. One night after seeing her go into an alleyway with some suspicious looking people, Robin decided to follow her in costume. He ran into Stephanie, also on patrol, and she followed him as he tracked down Star to a gang meeting that erupted into a violent shootout. He managed to save Star, but Stephanie became convinced that he was cheating on her and refused to see him for a time. Wow.
A lot of shit.
Shortly after this, Robin disappeared from Gotham for several days. He was off in Tibet on a secret mission, and in his absence, Spoiler realized that she still wanted to be with him. Batman approached Spoiler and offered her to train her. He also told her Tim's real name, and this betrayal drove a wedge in between him and Robin. And for a while, as well as causing trouble for Stephanie and Tim. Spoiler began to train with Batman and the Birds of Prey, although they were a bit more reluctant. Stephanie also began a friendship with Batgirl Cassandra Cain, who helped train her in exchange for reading lessons. Stephanie and Tim, as she now knew him, reconciled even after Batman, and having decided that she was not really hero material, told her to hang up her costume, and the birds stopped mentioning her. She still patrolled with Robin as well as went on regular dates. When the U.S. government came to Stephanie and her mother and told her that the Clue Master had died in service of his country in the Suicide Squad, Stephanie was shocked. She cut off ties with Tim and went on a crime-fighting rampage, hunting down the Riddler, her father's former associate, to try to get a better idea of who he had been in his life. Eventually, she made peace with his memory, and she and Tim rekindled their relationship. It was later revealed after Stephanie's quote-unquote death that Arthur Brown had indeed survived, though it remains unknown if she knows that he is alive.
So let's cut this short now. Oh, I think we've got the gist of it. So
yeah.
So female Robin, also known as Spoiler, sometimes Batgirl, is daughter of a supervillain, and fights crime in Gotham City, because you're either fighting crime in Gotham City or contributing to crime in Gotham City. There is no in between.
You are the crime.
Also in Deceased, Stephanie Brown briefly donned the Robin costume and was the sidekick to Damian, who was Batman, because Tim and Dick got zombified. Jason was doing Red Hood shit, and nobody else but him could fill in the role.
I think that's like an okay moment.
Oh,
yeah.
Righty then.
Unfortunately, Stephanie was incapacitated, and Talia had to take her to a Lazarus pit.
Fucking amazing. That's her solution for everything.
Always the goddamn.
That's not the first time she was involved with death.
Anyway, so with all this in mind, I would have her on. Despite everything, she's Hello Nurse.
Okay.
Before or below ice.
Really?
Right below ice. Okay.
Because I'm not willing to separate fire and ice. They have to be right next to each other at all times.
Yes.
Of course, yeah.
Anyway, going down the list, RGS, you're up next.
See, this one's a bit conflicting, because I understand that obviously Stephanie Brown's very popular, she's got her fans and all that. For some reason, I just never clicked. It's nothing to do with her. Her story's plenty good, but the issue, I think, is that when I originally was kind of reading her run, I had the benefit of hindsight, and I still can't help but think, oh well, that was stupid. You probably shouldn't have done that. But the whole point of her arc is to, learn how to be a competent crime fighter, and that comes with a lot of mistakes. That's like the more realistic portrayal of it. However, wasn't keen on her run as Batgirl, but it's nothing to do with writing or anything. It just didn't click with me. I acknowledge her as a good character. However, I have to put her at least a low second date material.
All right. Now, Alex, you're up next.
Okay, so I
someone
like
shakes-
Steph. She's not exactly what I'd call a-material as far as the Bat family goes. I like Cassie a little bit more. I like Barbara more.
And yet Barbara
there's
is in the middle of second date material.
Yeah.
Hello, Charmcaster of all people.
Yeah, I don't know how that
Of
happened.
course.
Thinking back, that doesn't make any sense. But anyways,
No,
so
it doesn't, but hey, my childhood crush
I
managed to
have-
resist.
I am
Can't
getting
believe
kicked
this
out of the
shit.
Bat
Would
family
beat you
for
out,
so many
man.
fucking reasons.
Sue
Because
me.
my signature Bat weapon is going to be the Bat 44 Magnum.
Well,
And-
you're not really being kicked out. You're just going to be learn how to use them differently by Red Hood.
Yeah, Jason. See, yeah, I'm gonna wind up spending a lot of time with Jason Todd if I'm gonna be dating any of the women in the Bat family. And so the point is, you're buying problems dealing with anybody in the Bat family. And Steph, I'm all right with. I'm not exactly 100%. I'd put her below Barbara in second date material, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, that squares up because it puts her above Harley. She's not actually. I have to reconsider this because I'd go Hello Nurse, to be honest, because I feel I need to go back and figure out what my vote on Barbara was and why everybody else was wrong, but because Barbara is too low, and if I contributed to that, I need to be punished for that. But
I think the reason why she's too low is because she's like the way she is now, the way they're writing her.
Yeah, the shit with her family too. I remember that shit.
If
So
anything, that's
Valentine's,
kind of
yes.
why
Oh, you
I
love her in
also
Superhero Girls,
put Steph quite low as well, because she suffers from a similar problem, if not a bit worse.
yeah, so all of that aside, I guess I'd have to say, like, yeah, right below Barbara, because her family life is fucked up, and you gotta deal with all the baggage of being the fucking.
She's also too eager, and she's gonna be more likely to get herself killed.
And you've got to, like I said, you gotta deal with being the significant other to a member of the Bat family, which is gonna put you straight in the crosshairs of a bunch of different supervillains. That's gonna wind up, like I said, that's gonna wind up with a lot of dead supervillains in Gotham City. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
Your supervillains in Gotham City, you gotta watch out for. Like, okay, yeah, you're getting chased by the Killer Moth, but at the same time, you're being chased by the Killer Moth in Gotham City. Well, I don't know why you're laughing at him.
Honestly, with how much of a rep Batman has, Prometheus could be around the corner ready to kidnap you.
Wow. And depending on the time of day, or depending on the date, Calendar Man is just waiting for some fuckery.
Oh man, I can't wait for Labor Day for him to do something.
Or National Almond Chocolate Day, he's gonna murder you with some walnuts or some shit.
Yeah,
I know that kidnapped you or Mr. Pig.
I'd be personally insulted if he killed me on St. Patrick's Day, because I'm not Irish, I'm Scottish.
Don't get me started on the Joker.
Oh, fuck. Joker's gonna come after you if you even remotely touch or even remotely stare at the Bat family.
If you are just 1 inch near their shadow, Joker's going to be like,
don't think anyone from
you're
Gotham.
bait.
Gotham women are just a minefield.
They're not. Well, sure, but that depends how you treat it. I think each Gotham woman is a different type of bomb.
Yeah,
that's a very good way of describing it.
Yeah,
like if I had to say, the entire Bat family is propane. I'll tell you what.
Propane accessories.
I'll tell you what, Bobby, I'm gonna deliver a propane on this Joker fella. I'll tell you what.
Bobby, don't upgrade the Batmobile with propane and propane accessories.
Bobby, don't date them Gotham women. I swear.
You're
Bobby,
about
don't,
to get rid of
don't
all
touch
these
my.
world.
I say, Bobby, don't you be
Well,
dating those
They call
like
them the Gotham City Sirens for a reason, boy.
That
Now
call
you
them Gotham
stay,
City
now you stay
Sirens
away
for a
from
reason.
that El Ghul woman. I think she dabbles in the black magic.
I told you those
But,
comic
like,
books are dealing with you something straight bad, Bobby.
What the hell? How is Ross still alive? I thought you died last week.
Anyway,
Yeah, let's...
anyway, has everybody made their decisions on where to stick?
no, actually.
I haven't spoken mine. I made mine, but I just haven't said mine.
All right, we've
I
we've
just
got
came here.
we've gotten three
All
like votes
right.
so far. So we have
All right, Joseph,
RDS, we
you're up.
have Joseph, Sonic, Gizmo, and myself left to go through.
All
Oh, I
right.
see.
Oh
I'm
no, I've
chopped
already
liver.
said.
Oh wait,
So-
yeah, Jarrett. No wait, hey Joseph. Jarrett has to go next, and then you, and then
Gotcha.
RGS, then you. Oh, then Sonic, then Gizmo, and then Seamus. All right, Jarrett, you're up.
Honestly, I'm kind of torn because given everything that happened, you just want to give her a hug and just, be
Oh, yeah.
supportive.
Especially with her relationship with her mother that kept on telling her, stop doing that shit.
Yeah, but with the baggage and that, nothing against her. I mean, we all have like skeletons in our closets and shit.
Right.
But given the whole hero thing, supportive, if the villains of Gotham, when they find out, they will certainly fuck you up in any way they can. So that's a risk in itself.
Yep.
So you know what? Devil's advocate, second date material.
Okay,
All right. Now
three
RGS,
on there,
you're
yes.
up.
I've already said my piece. If anything, I might put her a little bit lower. I'd put her below Ibuki.
Okay.
Ibuki
Joseph.
is where now? Oh yeah, second date. Okay.
Okay. She's beautiful, and I'm sure she has amazing skills. But the big thing is, you're dating a member of the Bat family, and that's almost a death sentence.
Starfire would say, "Hey, all right."
No,
and...
that's different though. Because Starfire's got her
And the
own
thing
strength.
is,
No,
even-
that's that's the joke that was brought about by an episode from Justice League Unlimited where Wonder Woman was trying to flirt with Bruce.
But even Barbara showed that villains, once they know the connections, they'll do some fucked up shit. Telling you.
Yeah.
So, in order to save my own skin and to save her from potential future heartbreak, I'm running to the hills, man.
Oh, that's a shame.
I-
Anyway, Sonic, you're up.
Well, I mean, from what little I know of her, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'll probably put her second food material as well, probably where Barbara is.
Okay.
Alrighty. Gimzo,
Behind
you're up.
Barbara, though.
Okay. Gimzo, state your piece.
Well,
Damn,
Stephanie
Gotham
Brown
City.
was as much with what I was able to remember from what I read about her, as well as just about her. From the Batman guide and from a couple comic books. She has that. She's also another girl that has that girl next door kind of look. With the blonde hair, the petite figure, and everything like that. But that's not enough for me to want to keep going with the relationship because you broke up with Robin. You're full on into this relationship, and excuse me. You could have
yes.
and broke up with anybody. You could have broken up with Jimmy Olsen. I'm like, yeah, whatever, fair. But then you're like,
yeah, that's a good point.
Robin.
Because of
Robin? You're breaking up with Robin. That's pretty much like Lois Lane saying, "Oh, I'm breaking up with Superman." What the fuck for?
They
She
kind of
has
had an
done
off
that
and on
before.
again. She's
We
kind of
got-
had an off and on again relationship with Tim.
Yeah, and I'm not into that. Like, it's one thing if I have an on and off again relationship with someone who's just in it for the sex. It's like, okay, whatever. But she genuinely always wants to have a relationship with Tim to work out. And yet there's always something in the way that makes her, separate herself temporarily or permanently, and then she has to get back with Tim because OMG, it was a mistake. And
Also,
look,
she seems to jump into really bad situations. Obviously, and spoiler,
yeah,
she's more likely to get herself killed. And as
yeah,
we've seen from like that previous story where she had her own child as a teenager, that means that she's very likely to jump into a situation without really thinking about it. And for a superhero, that's way too dangerous. I could see why Batman didn't want her to do the whole superhero thing.
right. And not saying that she's weak or anything. She can take
No,
on a
no, of
few
course not.
She can take on some thugs like any other part of the anyone in the Bat family could. Even fucking Alfred can do that. She can take on a few goons too. Like, I think the last time I remember her,
Alfred would fuck you up.
yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like everybody in the Bat family knows how to fucking fight, including Alfred and even their goddamn cow. That's a thing. Don't ask me.
The
Yeah,
Bat
no,
Cow.
Uh,
Yes, the Bat Cow
and
exists.
here's the thing though. Here's my stance. You got spoiler. You got spoiler. You got Barbara, and you got Cassandra. Not counting Batwoman because she's something else. Who am I gonna trust more to save my ass from the Joker? Like, okay, I get some like burns, maybe a gunshot to the shoulder, but who am I gonna trust the most? Not spoiler, not Barbara. I'm gonna trust my girl Cassie. Not Cassie. I'm gonna
Same.
trust my girl. I'm gonna trust. Cassandra Kane. I was
She got that
about to say
cage.
Cassie. I was about to say Cassie Cage for a second there. That's someone else.
I'd trust Cassie Cage to save me from the Joker, but she'd
I
also
do
kill
too,
him in the process.
I do too, but you gotta understand. Spoiler: while I kind of like her, not only is she wishy washy, on and off again. I'm not into that. But she's
Wait, Gizmo. Before you continue, Alex, would you prefer Cassie to kill Joker with her fatality from MK11, where she shoots you so hard your spine
Yes.
and skull pops right out?
A coochie punt.
No. She kicks you so hard in the crotch that the entirety of your spinal cord and your head just pop right out of your body.
Right, but
and
if it's
your
a
jaw
woman,
just like
but if she does that to a female fighter, it's a coochie punt.
Yep.
Exactly.
Anyway,
what I'm trying to say is that while she does have a few things that make me want to stay, the cons heavily
outweigh the pros.
Outweigh the pros. I like that she's the girl next door type of girl, but she's also wishy-washy on and off again, and she's unfortunately the weakest of the female side of the Bat family. If I'm dating her and I have to rely on her and only her to save me, I'm fucked.
Anyway,
Joker, Riddler, Bane, no, I don't trust her. Some
now,
thugs.
the only member, I have to say you're right. The only member of the Bat family I trust less than her is Kate Kane.
I'd rather put my heart into Cassandra Kane. Honestly, she's more than willing to go through the ringer to save someone she loves. Like Stephanie, on the other hand, she'll risk
piss
it.
you off to no end.
Like Stephanie, she'll risk it, but like, fucking come on now.
She'll get
she got
she'll get herself killed and you.
She got killed. She got her ass kicked by Blockbuster. He got killed by a goddamn car by Nightwing.
Oh
A
no!
car.
Let's not bring that up because that was a messy situation for Nightwing. Poor him.
A car. Stephanie wouldn't go through that lengths to save me. Cassie will not only crush the guy under the car, but place bombs on the car and run out of there. with me
Anyway-
under her arms.
Anyway, so
I'm-
what are so
I'm
where
putting-
so what? What's the rating?
The friend zone.
All right, so
The friend zone.
Seamus.
Okay. Honest question. How old is Spoiler again?
Don't
Typically,
worry
she's at
about
least
it.
18.
He's aged up in like quite a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean like constantly.
Because I mean that is a constant problem with the Bat
Don't
family.
worry
Yeah,
about
age in
it.
comic books is always
Really don't.
That's what
ask.
that's what the judge said. Don't worry about it.
Actually, that's what you would friends say before you get taken to the judge, but
yeah, don't worry about it. Nah, I mean to be
But for the sake of argument, in New Earth and obviously in Prime Earth, she is 18. You have no worries.
okay, fine, whatever. Honestly,
besides comic books, man, their ages always change every week.
To me, like,
Sometimes they're adults, sometimes they're teens.
To me, I'm smitten. I'm smitten with the color purple. Honestly, as you know me too well, I'm smitten.
Oh, so you must be excited for that movie that's coming out in December.
What, the color purple too?
No.
Purple Rain too?
No, the color purple. It's coming out.
Honestly, I kind of guessed that.
I thought they made a movie about that like decades ago.
Yes, they did. This one's a musical.
Why?
Oh.
The fuck?
That's a very good question. I don't know why.
Okay,
turning Schindler's List into a comedy.
But here's the difference.
Also,
I prefer the color purple on a woman who actually can know what she's doing, as opposed to like some amateur punk like Spoiler apparently is, which is why I actually prefer Huntress far more than I do Spoiler Tag or whatever their fucking name is.
Also, if you have to know, considering you kept on asking, she was actually older than Tim Drake when they met. He was 16, she was 17.
That doesn't help at all.
It does age up anyway.
She's the older girl. She's the older one in the relationship.
She does age up anyway to 23 years later. Anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, Seamus, where are you sticking her?
The point is, she doesn't really strike me as too much there. I mean, Barbara definitely ranks above her because of her pedigree, and Spoiler's kind of like
pedigree.
She's trying to like ride the coattails of like the Bat family kind of legacy there to separate herself from the father. So for me, considering she's trying to ride off that, and she's kind of like a mid-tier character, but she is wearing purple, so that's a fair point there. 6 out of 10.
Yeah, it feels like Stephanie Brown is more trying to get into the Bat family just to get close to Tim Drake.
Just because she wants to be in that clique.
Actually, with that, I probably will follow suit with Seamus. I would go 6 out of 10.
Okay, so you were in what now?
I used to be in second date material, but now it's 6 out of 10.
Okay, 6 out of 10. Okay. So with that adjusting rate, we have 1 in Hello Nurse, 4 in Second Date, 2 in 6 out of 10, and 1 in Friend Zone. So my point is to be mid to that's a different character entirely. You go right back there, madam. What are you doing there? We're gonna go mid to low Second Date. What are you guys thinking? Are we thinking above or below Barbara?
Right below Luca.
Yeah, right below Luca.
Yeah.
Any debates?
No, below Luca.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Who the heck is this character? All right, it's Stargirl.
Yay! Another show that the CW fucked over.
Yeah, another character that I'm sure other people.
About.
I have not watched that show.
Man.
Emphasis
She's
on
no
had.
Starman.
Okay, so who here knows more about Stargirl than I would?
Okay, so I know
honestly, I don't know much
about
about Stargirl. I'm gonna be real with you. If anything, I'd just give you the TLDR of the wiki.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Right. So first
up, she has no relation to Starman, any of the Starman characters.
Boo!
No,
that's already a knock against her, unfortunately.
There's a star man waiting in the sky.
He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'll blow our mind.
There's a starman And that's it.
Waiting in the sky. I'm trying to get the wiki, and I'll go with new for
But just so you know,
convenience.
though, the Starman character and Stargirl, when I say they're different, they're very fucking different. Like Starman got married to a girl from outer space, not alien. She just happens to be from outer space, and he got 2 sons. Unfortunately, he died as well as the eldest son. So now the youngest son holds the star rod for a bit until he got an upgrade, which is the star staff you see Stargirl holding. They are in no way related to each other, as far as I know.
Duly noted.
If anything,
All right,
she gets the staff because she becomes
all right. So what
the
is her
new
origin?
Well, if we're going to go by this,
can do that.
Courtney was the daughter of Sam Curtis and Barbara Whitmore, born and raised in sunny California. Parents broke up, and Barbara got married to a man named Pat Dugan. The family moved to Blue Valley, Nebraska. She didn't like the move or really her new stepdad, but she quickly made friends with Mary Kramer and Josh Hammond. While rummaging through her stepdad's belongings, she found Sylvester Pemberton's old equipment and realized her stepdad used to be Stripesy, the only adult sidekick to a teen hero in history. And that made her feel pretty good because it means she found a way to ridicule him and tease him. She donned the outfit, and coincidentally, they were attacked by Dragon King's minions. Dragon King is a very obscure villain. And Dugan used his striped suit armor to help Courtney stop them and save the day. Afterwards, the two would form a new super team called the Star Spangled Kid and Stripe. Way later, she would deal with stuff like going to Zandia to fight Agus and Agaz. And she would also team up with Starman and the Shining Knight. And who carried a grudge against Dragon King because he had killed his love, Firebrand. And then Jack Knight, who is Starman, would retire, and eventually the staff would go to Courtney, who becomes Stargirl. As such, she joined the Justice Society of America. It disbanded for a bit. She joined the All Stars. Admittedly, she's not really got a lot in New Earth. Maybe she gets more in the present canon, but to be honest, she's pretty obscure.
She was a member of the Justice Society of America in Smallville, I believe.
Yeah, she also does get some screen time in Justice League Unlimited when that show was airing.
Yes.
She also had a brief bit of rivalry with Supergirl, but then they kind of mend it in ways when they realize how much in common they actually had with each other.
Yeah. So obviously powers. She just has her gymnastic ability, kickboxing.
Her powers come from her staff
combat.
and nothing. Her powers come from her staff, not much else.
Now the thing about the interesting thing about Stargirl is that her show was one of the few decent ones the CW produced, in that it had really good fight scenes, half decent writing, and characters that didn't suck. So
by the way, Alex,
they had to kill the show because they can't have that on the CW.
By the way, a Stargirl show did make a cameo in the Titan in season 4 when Gar traversed the multiverse.
What the Beast Boy
out of all characters,
the weirdest thing is that was actually done better than the Flash movie did.
Hilarious.
Sadly,
let's rip on the Flash movie more. Hilarious.
Seamus, it's sad that it's actually true.
I know a friend who says it's an 8 out of 10. So
the only reason why I say it's sad is because it's fucking Titans that I'm complimenting.
I mean, like I hear that someone else I know says the Flash is like an 8 out of 10.
Yes.
So like,
it's
both
not.
Of us, yes, all of us have been present for Ben. Well, most of us have been present for Ben's unhinged ramblings about how good that film is.
So you actually know who I was talking about?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we've all been there.
Maybe this is a case where you kind of have an L take.
Here's a challenge for Ben. Try not to talk about DC or other stupid shit. Impossible.
You take another talk for them. Try to talk about the benefits of Nick's
We're literally talking about DC right now.
Let's be fair here.
DC.
Anyway, so Courtney, honestly, this is also another case where I wish I could see her in more stuff. But but unlike with Rose, she's not exactly trying to really emulate too much of anybody. She's kind of doing her own thing as well.
Mhm.
Plus, she still has a better aesthetic, and thankfully, Young Justice wasn't able to ruin her.
Unfortunately, they also didn't use her very well.
Yeah, that's why I said they weren't able to ruin her, because they didn't use her. Anyway, so Courtney gets a Hello Nurse.
Okay.
Right below Nell, but above Fire.
Damn, a balloon above. Damn, really above Nell. That's.
I said below Nell, above
below
Fire.
Oh yeah, okay. So because you were really peeved about me neglecting Nell, if I remember that back in the day.
I am not sorry.
I mean, Nell. I forgot Nell. I'm sorry. That is a L on my part. I'm sorry. That is,
Yes,
she is. Maybe next time you should remember Nell.
Anyway, Alex, you are up next. Tell us where you'd rank Courtney.
All right, I struggle to remember much about Stargirl, but what I've seen of her in the past, I liked. Stargirl is criminally underutilized, and it's a goddamn shame they canceled her show. Yeah, that aside, yeah, I'm gonna go in Hello Nurse as well. Oh, she's quite good. I'd have to put her. Yeah. Who's the character in Black and White? I don't remember.
Oh, the character in Black and White.
The Below the Nurse.
Is it the Bleach one?
Oh, that's
the Nurse. Okay.
The hooker from
Berserk. The leader of the hookers.
Yeah, put her above her.
All
Right
right.
below Hello Nurse.
Okay. So, Jarrett, you're up next.
I'm gonna kick it up a notch. I'm going to say DTF.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
What makes you say that?
She fine.
Okay. Then. Now.
And besides, it is a patriotic duty to tap that ass.
Yes.
And unfortunately, Joseph had to leave, so
now that's America's ass.
Yep. RGS, you're up.
Right. See, admittedly, I don't know much about this character, and as I've said before, admittedly, for me, it's kind of more about personality than looks. Because if it were just looks, everybody would kind of go up in DTF. I am not picky, admittedly, but because of personality, and there's not really much of her.
Smart ass.
Yeah. But because there's not really much of her that I'm really exposed to, if anything, she's a cute little, like a novelty. Like, she's very cool looking, and I hope she gets more. But as she is right now, I could only really give her the lowest point in, actually, no, the highest point in a good 6 out of 10. And that is generous because of the lack of exposure I've got.
All right, Sonic, you're up.
Don't have much experience with Stargirl. I do like what you guys said described her. I would probably put her in probably the bottom of it, but yeah, that's as much. I do like her design, and her character does seem a bit interesting and backstory.
The fucking Lego.
All right, Gizmo, you are up.
Oh, well, where do you put him, by the way? Just so I know.
I put her at bottom of Hello Nurse.
Okay, so we got 1 in DTF, 3 in Hello Nurse, and 1 in Second Date. Okay.
No, 1 in 6 out of 10.
Okay.
RGS said.
Okay, 1 in 6 out of 10. So thank you for
All right, Gimzo, you are up.
I do like the costume. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I actually like the costume. I don't see any flaw with it. Like, maybe there could be some more stars. If you were to add in like a midriff or make the shorts even shorter to the point where they look like a speedo, I think it would ruin the charm of the costume. because I think it looks great the way it is. I especially like the staff design. Well, that is almost the exact design of the staff that modern day Starman uses. The one I'm talking about is the one with the jacket and the pen, the goggles. That guy. Like not many people know about any Starman, except even that one. I do like how she's portrayed in Justice League Unlimited. She's a bit brash and hot-headed, but she is also smart because in that one episode she starred in, ha ha ha, star pun. She played it smart by trying to drag away General Eiling or the General away from the city with her staff. Like she could have just like stayed there and fought off the General by using a few like staff spins and staff stabs and pull off the Donatello, but it shows that she does have some concern for her fellow citizen as well as some brain underneath that blonde hair.
Yes.
And especially since she's supposed to be like what, a college freshman, like a high schooler.
I think
Something
she's
like
more
that.
college freshman because otherwise they wouldn't.
Yeah, she's
Otherwise,
college.
I don't think. Because otherwise, I don't think they'd ever consider her being in the Justice
GSA.
League.
Yeah, well, Billy Batson, but that's
Yeah, but
neither here nor there.
Yeah, but here's the
But
thing: Billy Batson can turn into an adult.
Right, but that's neither here nor there. But either way, oh man, I didn't get to see her how she was portrayed in Justice League Action, huh? I don't know. I guess I would say from the limited amount of time I was able to become exposed to
Attached
her
to her?
personality from what?
Well, limited time to get attached to her as well.
Yeah, the limited time I got attached to her from just the Justice League Unlimited episode, as well as from what I've seen in the comics here or there, and just from her costume alone. I guess I would say Hello Nurse right above Ms. Martian.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Like, put it this way, at least I know she's not gonna barge into my mind, even if it has to do with Justice League business.
Yeah, that's true. At least there's no philandering on her part. They haven't ruined her yet.
Yeah, she's straightforward too. She isn't gonna be like, Justice League, but Batman, no. She's gonna outright be like, oh, Batman wants me to read your mind. You okay with it, babe? I'm like, I can just say fuck no and be done with it. Ms. Martian would be like, oh, okay, I won't read your mind. Psych. Oh yeah,
I still
put her
think
right above
Stargirl
Ms.
can't read
Martian.
minds, but ayo.
Right above Ms. Martian on Hello Nurse.
Okay, Seamus.
Oh, I'm on the ball here. Okay. Stargirl. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know she existed. I thought she's a generic S character. I had no clue she was around. I thought she was like a Supergirl S character with a fancy looking staff. That's
Are
all.
you in DC Comics?
I don't
They
read
like
comics,
Yeah,
so
well, I mean, DC likes to just set aside anything from just a society related, unless they have to do something with a big ass plot, like any kind of crisis story that's been out there. Identity crisis,
yeah.
Infinite Crisis,
She's.
Hero
I mean,
Crisis.
I'm not going to say like she just seems kind of like meh to me, honestly, considering she's ultra patriotic, even though I don't think she's even American to begin with.
She is actually.
Yeah, she's American.
Yeah, she came from
Straight up
Nebraska.
American.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going again to say the
Let's hold
motherfucking day. Yeah.
America. Fuck yeah.
I've read
My balls.
I've read a blonde's highlight tonight, but this blonde is a certified let me see if I can remember. Certified second date material for me, at least. I'm gonna be against the curve tonight. I just don't really feel too much for her. Yeah, I can see it, but
Okay.
I see her and I see a better character than her, honestly.
Okay, so we have
We have
4 in Hello Nurse, one in Second Date, and one in a good 6 out of 10. So
we also have one in DTF, by the way.
Okay,
Yes.
one in DTF. So I believe she would be around the middle of Hello Nurse.
Yeah, I could say too.
Yeah, right around there is good.
Yeah.
Between Kyoko and Senko.
Yes.
Yeah.
All
sounds about
right. So if we don't want to continue, if we don't want to go on, if we want to
have
stop
time
doing-
for one more, or before we
All
go
right,
for the
so
night,
we're
I
gonna
think.
kick this. So we're gonna end this off with another Superman waifu, Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl, the real
right,
one.
so I'm going to take this one again.
Take it away, Alex.
Okay, Power Girl Light, aka low fat Power Girl, aka hey, she doesn't
Great
have
value.
boobs.
God, I love that design. I actually love that design.
So
That's actually a really
I
good
don't like
design.
So,
for
Kara
Kara.
Zor-El, last daughter of
That's one of the
Krypton, cousin of
designs of One
Superman,
Piece.
hypothetically brought up on a satellite system to Krypton, but also not, but also like you know, we're not gonna get into it.
Maybe
So,
question mark.
yeah, so she's she could have also been an angel that
Oh
took
fuck!
after
Don't remind me of that one.
Superman,
That was a
or
mess.
different type of or a Kryptonian clone or something else.
Or another alien entirely that's pretending to be Kryptonian.
We're not gonna go into that. Kara Zor-El, last daughter of Krypton, and she is not
Just
the
don't
way she
mention
is portrayed in the Supergirl TV show, where she is an incessantly annoying bitch who turns on a dime. No, she's quite sweet. She is she's tough as nails. Sometimes wears a skirt, sometimes wears a bodysuit. Always sexy no matter what. And you know what? I'm gonna put her in Devastation Through Fornication right next to Power Girl.
No question.
Really?
Yes. Yeah?
You know what?
You had a question, Gizmo?
You know
Who's up next?
No question.
You know what?
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
so
we.
Supergirl.
I think we can pretty much all agree. I think we can make.
Supergirl has a
I think we all
tendency-
know.
I
think we all know where this, Alex. I think we all know where this is going, so I'm just going to skip right to the end.
Okay, who's got? Who's got arguments against Supergirl then? Like, who's got something to say?
Actually, I need to continue. So yeah, so Upsides versus Power Girl. Well, she doesn't show as much cleavage, but she does show a hell of a lot more midriff and arm.
And leg.
No, she doesn't show. She doesn't show as much leg, but you can get some interesting panty shots from underneath that skirt.
Yeah.
Even though, you don't need to because Power Girl was wearing.
Power
Girl.
There's a porno parody right there.
Yeah,
okay,
because-
so
Okay.
I'm gonna be Frankie here. I'm gonna be the contrarian here.
I'm being mindful.
You're gonna be Frankie.
I'm gonna be the contrarian. How old is Power Girl again? Or
Power
sorry,
Girl-
Why does this matter?
They're both.
How old
they're
is
both
Supergirl?
technically okay. So they're both technically older than Superman.
They're both
because
yes, they're both older than Superman, and they're both legal adults. So let's
But
just move on.
I feel like I feel
Superman
like
was an infant when
Kara.
Fun
fact: Kara was kind of into incest at one point because she wanted to repopulate the Kryptonian race with Clark.
Okay. Yeah.
That was.
But for me, but you're adding more of this like hearsay aspect there, and here's the point: there's a difference.
Can we add Injustice as Kara to this list of?
I mean, here's the thing: Supergirl is the younger cousin of Kal-El, and that always struck me as a little bit strange-esque here. And
okay, I got some info on here on her age. So just for context, while she may look like she's like fresh into college or still in high school, her age is actually 40. Her age is actually 48.
That doesn't make things better, dude.
48. She's 48.
Okay,
by Earth
yes.
standards.
I also have to say here, Kryptonians do not age the way humans do. So
They
Clark
don't.
Kent,
Alien, man.
Clark Kent has gotten to be like 60, 70 something years old. He literally had to dye his hair so that he would look like he was aging along with the rest of humanity.
Okay, if that was the case, then how the hell can can she like meld into high school just no problem? Essentially,
Look at her.
That depends
The
on
Supergirl-
which. That depends on which high school you're talking about and which version of Supergirl.
Dude,
you're talking about, because-
those
comic book, dude.
those renders of
always
Injustice
changes,
2
man.
Supergirl, those look really good.
They do.
Do I need to remind you of all the younger Spider-Man?
And if it influences any decision making on your
I'm not putting a decision maker. I'm just putting that up there because again,
Seamus,
she's
if
clearly
this influences anybody else's decition in an Injustice, she's voiced by Laura Bailey.
and so what?
Casting I've always wanted to see.
Lucina's
for
voiced by
Supergirl for a while.
Laura Bailey doesn't make her any less good there. You know.
Honestly, if anything, mentioning the incest is probably gonna dumb down.
Yeah,
And
that was Silver Age
dude.
Supergirl. We try not to think about the Silver Age of comics.
Yeah, so we're
that's one of those things
let's
that
just
no
dump
people
this.
acknowledge.
Let's just get rid of the Silver Age stuff and just focus on the stuff that's actually good.
You can't just do that.
Now
Yes,
we're bringing
we
back Power
fucking
Girl.
can.
Why are we
Here's the
bringing
thing,
back
though,
Power Girl?
even
This is a different version of the
No.
character.
Yeah, that's a different
Where-
model. Also, here's the thing, though. Even if you were to mention, like in like full detail, the moment of Supergirl wanting to just have incest babies and pull off in Alabama, not even it's so. Let me put it this way: it's so bad, not even DC wants to bring it up again.
Yeah, that's why.
They'd rather bring up the pink kryptonite again more than they would rather bring up that story.
And this is why we're not talking. This is why we're gonna completely disregard the Silver Age shit.
All right, if we're gonna listen to that, I still think Power Girl hotter. Sorry.
I mean,
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
that's fair.
So,
But here's the thing:
let me
and there's also that like whole like, is she young enough there? I mean, there's that whole aspect there.
Young enough there.
Oh my god!
He's a Kryptonian. Who gives a flying?
He's a Kryptonian. Get
Comic
over
book,
it.
Dude,
I
their
kinda
age
already
is
like,
we're not
always
talking.
changing.
We're not talking about that time.
Date material
Hey,
for
guys.
me.
Hey guys, if we ever go to Japan, let's not bring Seamus.
Yeah, we're not.
Dude,
It's not like we're talking about the version of Supergirl
You're
when
doing
she
this
was
on
like.
purpose, dude. I would flourish in Japan, dude. 'cause
Anyway,
time
No, we're
warp
gonna
and wound
wanna
up being
have it.
chronological.
Anyway,
You know we wanna get,
anybody else object to Death by Snoo Snoo?
I mean, I don't object to death by Snoo, but if anything,
Yeah,
you
but
probably
here's the
put
thing,
her
though. You're
a
choosing
couple of
between
paces
Tara
back.
or Power Girl.
Yeah,
That's like choosing between a
Why not
cheeseburger
both?
or that's like choosing either between a burrito or a taco.
Yeah,
And I failed to
Linda,
Girl on the list.
So yeah, by the way,
if
this
I
is
liked both of those
this
things,
version
I
is
failed
named-
to see the issue.
Yeah, by the way, this version is named Linda Lee Danvers, not Kara Danvers. Fuck you, Supergirl TV show. Fuck that
I
TV
wouldn't
show
wear
for
this
so
to
many
the
reasons.
beach.
Anyway,
Oh my god, I wouldn't wear this to the beach.
Anyway, so completely disregarding the Silver Age bullshit, where would you stick her?
Ugh.
Me? Sorry, Hugh. Actually, I'll probably wait for the stream to do that. I'd probably set her a couple paces back, maybe 2 paces.
But still roughly in the same tier, right?
Still roughly in the same tier. It's still a Kryptonian. It's still Karen
Yeah, all right.
Supergirl. You know.
Are you sure
All
about
right.
that?
Hey, Jarrett, you're up.
Why?
Get Homelander out of here!
Why are you putting up Homelander?
He's not a fucking waifu.
He might as
Well,
well be. Apparently,
Hey, you know what though? Homelander does love that
If
milk.
we ever get more girls, if we ever get more girls in this server, and they want to do their husbando list, I'm just gonna tell them, I'm just gonna suggest them maybe put Homelander as like the bottom tier list is husbando because he is a terrible human being.
As a lot of husbands are terrible.
If you think about it,
TV versions, they're both versions are horrible.
If you think about it,
All right, come on. You don't
so-
understand. Think, Kevin.
That's
I'm
Omni
sorry,
Man.
J.K. Simmons isn't here right now.
He's
Thanks, Kevin.
definitely read the
Thanks.
comic.
Here's the thing, though.
Allow me to introduce you to Holander.
No, I wouldn't even go out with her if she was a hoe.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Garrett, where are we putting her?
Yeah, but okay, so we all know that she's being put in devastation through fornication, but the question is where exactly in devastation?
We ended up
It's
agreeing
an
a couple
average.
paces behind Power
It's an
Girl.
average.
So
I mean,
So-
she's just a diet great value power girl, so I'm gonna
That's
say
why I put her
I'd
in-
rather not go to jail, thanks, because we already have the superior one.
Okay, Jarrett.
stop
be honest.
shitposting.
Hey! You have the Sailor Scouts. Just you shouldn't be dumping Sailor Moon just because you got Sailor Jupiter right there.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You
where
know
to
what?
Put her.
Put it if you manage to talk two different versions
Between
of your-
Black Canary and Hawk Girl.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Okay,
Allow me to
Alright,
make my argument
so-
here. If you can talk Power Girl and Supergirl into a threesome with each other, it's like the best of both worlds. Identical twins and fraternal twins. And
Also,
one-
just for them,
and
it
you
would be
get
something else.
you get giant boobs and small boobs, so that you can
Oh,
nestle
yes,
you
that
can
you
nestle
can-
between Power Girls while Supergirls fit nicely in the palm of your hand.
Just
You
make
know,
sure that they don't pull off a
you're-
pop.
You're in a tit sandwich. You can't go
Listen,
wrong
yeah,
either way.
Hey, hold on.
they
You hear that?
Listen,
You
she can
mentioned
pop my
twins.
claws any day.
You know, he mentioned twins. You hear that in the background? You hear that?
God
Oh
dang
no!
it. No, you
Get
can't put the twins into this.
Twins,
getting
Basil,
closer.
twins.
What is going on right now?
I don't know.
Twins,
I-
Basil, twins.
Twins.
Anyway, Jarrett, so DTF?
Yep.
Okay, then.
Right above Power Girl.
No, you put a relating to Black Canary and
All right. 8 RGS. Disregarding the bullshit from the Silver Age comics that nobody wants to talk
of
about.
course, we're gonna disregard that. If anything,
Dude,
I kinda
if
like
nobody
it when
can,
Supergirl
if nobody says,
had
if nobody likes the fact that Barbara, that Big Barda was about to make a porno with Superman, nobody's gonna want to bring up the fact that Supergirl was gonna go full on Alabama.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
just gonna say.
exactly.
I'm just gonna put that down there. No, you can't just ignore that shit.
Yes,
It's the
you
one time thing
can.
That's the
finished in
thing.
comic book
That's the
history
thing,
that
Seamus.
they put it in one of the worst.
So what?
Yeah, this is literally. Yeah, there's literally. You literally can.
This is not the Clone Saga where they gave us an upside and gave us a Ben Reilly. No, this is no upsides. Well, who the
Yeah,
fuck?
there's no
asked this?
upside. Therefore, we are to disregard it.
You can't just like say, "Oh, it's bad," so I can disregard it.
It
You can't just
is!
say,
Yes,
"Oh, it's
you
good."
can!
More egregious, Superman and Supergirl, or Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
I'd rather have one more day again.
Right,
And you just put on a point. You can't just say there's a downside, but I can selectively choose one that
One
doesn't
more
go
day
against
at least had an upside. It gave us the trauma that Spider-Man had to go through just to save the loved one, and it showed us what he had to sacrifice. That showing more about Spider-Man's.
I made a horrible mistake bringing that up. I thought that would have been a fun little joke to bring up, but now it's turning into a whole big issue.
All right, okay. We're at 5 votes now, and where are we at here? Out of the 7 people here,
Oh yeah, I cannot post
Devastation,
that.
right below Power Girl.
Jesus
RGS and RGS.
At least 2 pieces back. I'm thinking behind Chiaki, at least to give the Danganronpa girl at least a little bit of credit.
Fair enough. All right, so
which
Sonic,
turns
you're
out-
up.
oh, damn! In DTF, really? Everyone's putting her in DTF. What the fuck's
Well,
wrong?
yeah,
with you?
she's
Yeah.
I still think I still think with a game name like Supergirl, she's too young. I still feel that.
You are redonkulous.
You put Neptune on the list.
Guys,
He's
let me
got
handle
the
this. Let me handle
Japanese
this,
genes.
guys.
She's
Let me handle
48.
this. All right, let me handle this.
When I see the word, when I hear the word Superman's cousin, it makes me feel like a little bit itchy.
All right, Seamus.
Would you prefer it be a straight up sister?
I don't know.
Seamus, I'm gonna ask you one thing. Aliens, do you really think they age the same as us? With a red cell?
Fucking
fine.
aliens.
I'll put her.
You
Fine,
know,
I'll put her in. I'll put her in Hell Nurse though. You happy? I'll put her there.
There we go.
Much happier.
No, but now it feels like you're only doing that because of our,
Yeah, no, I'll put it up because
and I do have actual commission and art of Supergirl, albeit it's with Jaime, but
I mean, hey, I'll take it. It takes a real man to say that I'm happy for them.
But it's still relevant to this topic, relevant to the stream. So here you go.
I need you die.
And Batman's just he's just the third wheel there.
No, Batman's like, oh, go be horny somewhere else, you two.
Just in the back cave.
just be
it's right there. I feel like
they're in the Justice League watch
central dinosaur right there, just sitting for you two. Come on.
No, I'm not into that. Oh, okay, there you go. I'm into that. Not one up there. The one down there though.
Okay,
yeah,
Sonic,
but it's all selective, isn't it?
All right, Sonic, where would you rate her?
Okay, we got one more left. Sonic, you're the deciding factor here. Oh, DTF again. I still think Power Girl's better. I'm sorry. Because
Power Girl on the list.
Why do you think she's below Power Girl?
Power Girl.
I still feel like Power Girl's like just her, but
we're pretty much putting her below Power Girl. Relax.
Power Girl was practically the big sister.
Hey, I said I wasn't
the very big sister.
Okay, so we have 6 in DTF.
I am putting on DTF, but
okay.
But
I am putting her on the bottom of it.
Right,
like everyone else above her.
Why are you putting her below
everybody
Power
else
Girl and the
more.
Chipmunk?
No.
Yes.
Okay, well above the Chipmunk. But not above
her. That's better.
Okay,
not above the bottom.
Gizmo, you're up.
I think don't we have everyone there? Because Gizmo's a DTF as well, isn't it? We got 7.
Deportation right below Power Girl. We literally know everything about Supergirl.
We have 6 in DTF. 1 because I'm a deranged moron who thinks Power Girl's better. So where are we thinking?
See, I'm thinking we put her.
Okay, so if there's like a couple of people that want her a little lower,
she's got to be above Catwoman.
Maybe below Orihime.
Above. See, I'm saying I want to put her behind Chiaki to give the other girls a bit more credit.
Yeah, just put her or where RGS suggested, and we'll
below Chiaki.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm responsible for this, guys. I'm sorry. Power Girl's the better character. I'm sorry.
All right, so
it's like.
All right, so.
Oh damn!
Why not just put her below Power Girl and we'll just call it a day? I mean.
No, this is no.
Yeah, this is all right.
This is kind of perfect.
Anyway, Seamus, put your thing back up.
Fine, I'll put my thing back up.
Seamus, Seamus, you also got to screenshot it and post it on Twitter.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I was trying to do that in my mind.
All right, so next time I'm on the waifu tier list. Would you mind giving a preview of who's next on our list?
Next time on the waifu tier list, we are finally wrapping up the tier list of the waifus with Talia al Ghul up to Zatanna, and we're finally gonna get to.
No, wait! I think we know where we're sticking her. I'd rather not go to jail because of what she did.
Okay,
actually, you know what? We could clear her out right now. Run to the head.
Okay, we'll get to Talia when we get to Talia. All right.
Okay, so can I just say, for her Dark Knight Rises character, fuck and off.
Oh, fuck off! Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and okay.
Talia is a bitch. Talia is a bitch and just about.
I hated that reveal. You know what's funny? I knew she was Talia the moment that she was cuddling up with Bruce at the fireplace. I'm like, oh yeah, she's Talia. She's Talia.
I was thinking this sex scene is sequel bait. I know the comics too well. This looks like sequel bait.
Damn.
Too bad she dies before Damien could ever be conceived.
Fuck her.
I
Like we
believe
need-
that's.
like we need
I
that.
believe that technically counts as abortion, which is now illegal in the state of everywhere.
Hey, it's Gotham
Which
City.
may or
Everything's
may not be
legal.
a good thing, depending on how you stand.
Well,
This is
considering
all on
Damian
the-
Wayne was a
guys
shitty
to-
character for a while, well, you know.
Yeah.
And nothing
I'm
of
gonna
value
give-
was lost.
It's a good concept, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Talia a little bit of credit. I like it when she actually looks like the ethnicity she would probably have. Otherwise,
I like it when
would
she
say
looks
no.
hot.
All right. Any other thoughts beyond the Talia hate there potentially?
Yeah, let's pretend that the
Put her on
Batman
the screen.
Beyond plot doesn't exist.
Yeah, let's not.
Oh,
let's
yeah, we
pretend that Rachel Gold didn't stick himself inside of her through
Oh, I'd already posted
Literally.
his
one.
essence in her.
Literally
Let's
stuck
not
himself
worry about
inside
that.
her. You put your
Yes.
own brain in your daughter's body. How creepy is that?
Exactly.
No matter
You
know,
what,
somebody
no
else
matter
says
what
it.
you were thinking, he could have just said, "Oh, I need."
I
the
don't
body
care
because
how
it's
messed up Talia
fun."
is. I don't care if she drugged Bruce to conceive Damien. And that is not something I would wish upon anybody.
Roz,
No.
bruh.
Anyways,
you did the gig
we're-
with Bruce.
Excuse me. Anyways,
You
we're
did the gig with
running
Bruce.
overtime now. Also, say goodbye to our
So
viewers, gentlemen.
we'll elaborate
Night,
further
my
on
folks,
Talia al
and,
Ghul.
may the good Lord take a
Also-
liking to you.
No.
So Toodles.
Bye.
Chat.
Not posting Supergirl
well.
stuff because we're not on her.
Hey, I don't
I
mind it.
know, but shit, I gotta finish. off.
Ooh, damn.
Fair
these are
enough.
pom-poms.
Okay. Bye. And Seamus,
Bye.
don't forget
Hello,
to post
chat.
this.